Another glorious day of weather here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as we take a look at the tower downtown. About 20 minutes west of downtown Calgary is Canada Olympic Park, site of Winsport Arena, this year's host to the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021. As we come inside this beautiful venue, it's the final evening of round robin competition. And our feature matchup in session 21 is the United States taking on Netherlands. US trying to solidify their playoff spot. Netherlands trying to upset the apple cart. As we take a look at the teams, we'll take a look at Team USA first, lead John Landsteiner. Second, Matt Hamilton. The third, Chris Plies. And the skip, John Schuster. Their opponents from the Netherlands, Carlo Glasbergen at lead. Lorenz Hoekman at second. The skip throwing third stones is Jaap van Dorp. And the fourth rock thrower is Wouter Gosgens. As we take a look at the standings, RCF at 10-2 has guaranteed themselves a spot in the semifinals. Sweden also qualified for the States. There's a few playoff spots up for grabs, but United States at 8-3 in a great spot with a couple of games left in the round robin. 4 losses right now, is on the cusp of dropping out of that coveted top 6. As we look around the sheets, Switzerland at 6-5, needing a little help to make the playoffs. They're taking on Korea, who's at 2-9. Our feature game is on sheet B. Sweden at 9-2, also looking to secure a berth in the semifinals. They could do so with a win over Germany. And sheet D, a huge game, Norway and Canada, both at 7-4. Loser of that game is in trouble, possibly missing the playoffs. As we take a look at Team USA, Mike Harris in the booth. Happy to bring you this evening draw with Olympic gold medalist and world champion Kevin Martin. Kevin, big game for US, trying to possibly think about making that semifinal directly if they get a little help from Team Edin.
They're very close, and this is a big game for them. If they can manage to win this one, they've put themselves in terrific position with some great play all the way down the line. The whole team for the US are playing very, very well right now.
Cannot take this team from the Netherlands too lightly, despite their record here at this event. This is quite an experienced team, even though they're young. They've had some success in Europe. They've won a couple of big cash deals over there, and you know, the team with nothing to lose is always the team to watch out for. So look for them to come out tough here tonight. They've had a couple of games where they're curling, you know, high 90s.
I don't know where the draw should go.
Skipper Wouter played 100% one game, so you never know.
So they can do it. Yeah, they can do it, but they'll need to be at their best. The Olympic champion from 2018, John, especially himself, has played extremely well. But all 4 players really, I said it's been a balanced attack. And they had a huge day yesterday, winning 2 must-wins, and look very sharp doing so.
Earlier today versus Denmark, the front end, both John Landsteiner and Matt Hamilton played fantastic, setting up the ends so that Chris Plies was playing easy shots, and so was John Schuster.
But they had the choir singing it.
Draw to the button, determines last rock.
Same as last game, huh? Yeah.
And it was USA with probably one of the better totals of the week, so they are ready to go. And Team Netherlands will get us underway here in end number 1.
All right, I'm good.
Look at that total, 21.6 centimeters. Total for 2 draws to the button. Excellent.
Ja, top 4. Zelfde strafschot. Ja, haartje bij deze kant op.
Carlo Glasbergen from the Netherlands will get us underway here in end number 1.
Haartje meer wel, ja. Tijd toch? Oké, lijnscheut. Oké, ga maar. 12-8. Ga maar. Lijn is goed. Top 8. Oké, lijnlengte. Top 4, boys. Goed. Kilt nu juist veel. Top 8. Deze 4. Top. Mooi steenkaarten.
Good start.
Steeds boys. Goed bezig. Top.
And, John with last rock. Going to take a conservative stance here in end number 1, for the moment anyway.
That's been pretty much normal for them. Hit on the first one, try to roll to the wing.
It's good.
Then throw the corner guard on John Landsteiner's second shot.
Easy, close. Yep, yep.
Gotta roll this to
Hard
wing
man.
though. That's the normal
Hard.
call.
Anything, Chris. A couple inches straight. That away, Steiner. 9-5-8. Nice try. Normaal, hè? Yes.
I'm interested to see how motivated is the right word this team from the Netherlands is, but
9.
I don't think there'll be any lack of interest on their part. They have a chance to beat the Olympic champions, and they'll do everything they can to do so.
9-5. Yep, gaan we uit.
And as mentioned, this is their 4th World Championship, so they've been here before, and I know they're not thrilled with their record, but they are a great team at learning and getting better all the time. And as I said, they've won
Probably Matt.
one of the bigger
Matt, I
cash
think
deals
it's yours,
over in
bud.
Europe at the Champion
If
Masters.
anything, so.
They've beaten the likes of Nicholas Dean and others
Matt.
on their way to doing so. So
Can.
you need to show up if you're Team
15-2.
USA.
Should stop. Maybe? No, it's stop.
That'll stop.
Chop.
Good corner guard.
Second, Lawrence
Twee.
Hoekman,
Oké.
only 23 years of age.
2.
Relative newcomer to this team. He's still been with them for a couple of seasons, but
Eerste kant,
Twee.
Carlo.
Hoge 3.
Carlo dan.
with the 5-rock rule, looks like they've throw a tight guard here, Kevin.
I think so. Want to keep it close to the rings, but not a lot of advantage going around the corner guard. Can't really go in the house. They'll hit and roll behind the corner guard, so
What's that?
tight center makes a lot of sense.
I hate it.
This
kinda
is the
like a hit and
6th
roll.
rock of the end, so
It's
they
never going
can
in.
hit it.
It's either draw or hit and roll that way.
Yes, US can hit.
Let's draw.
Pretty tight. Let's draw.
Yeah.
It's close. 6.
Clean. Yep. No, line's good. Line's good. Line's
Second,
good.
Matt Hamilton.
Really, Chris.
Waits there.
Getting better. It's not Chris though. It's still Lance.
Waits there.
Both of you stay close.
Wearing his hair down this evening. We'll
Room.
talk a little bit about that later in the game, but
Just let her grind. Let her grind.
Matt played
Nice job,
so
Matt. You got
well
it, boy.
earlier
Pistol.
today. Just really carried the team from the second position.
Good
Made
job,
everything.
Lance.
Is he curling or going to a sock hop?
Another good one there.
you'll never not know what Matt's thinking out there. I can guarantee you that for the rest of this game, Kevin.
Trying to run back here, trying to get rid of
Yep.
both reds.
Yep. Yep. Hard chop.
Well done.
Stop. Gotta go.
I think that'll get out.
Stop.
And a shot there from Hoekman. As we take a look at the rules of play here in the round robin, it's 6 ends minimum are required to be played by both teams, and of course they'd have to play both teams. That's a little bit of redundancy there, but 38 minutes of thinking time is available, and each team is allowed one 60-minute, 60-second
This line might be a little
timeout
tighter.
per team. How am I doing so
Yeah,
far?
you guys really got to
well,
go on this
Mike.
one.
Not great.
4, 5.
That's a long timeout.
Yeah, the round robin is getting towards the end.
Hard to
Can you
bounce,
tell?
Coming around the corner
Hard,
guard
hard,
again. This one
hard
looks like
bounce
it could be a little bit tight though.
Okay. All right, Matt.
Kind of a free come around now for
A little soft
yeah,
and release,
Van
Matt.
Dorp on
All
his first shot. Calls the game and throws third
Top
rocks.
Ja, buiten 4. Ja. Helemaal bezig op meer. Ja. Wat was je op mij? Kan wel
A
finishen.
lot of movement today. They
Okay, 15. Ja.
touched up the rocks 2 nights ago, Kevin. I've noticed, I thought today the ice was moving even more than it was yesterday. So Van Dorp, 31 years old, throws his first rock here in end number 1.
Top 4.
The ice has been, I think, a little bit more predictable today.
Clean. T-line,
The
back
rocks are
4.
sort of settled in.
T-line.
So lots of
Top 4
shots
T-line.
makeable now.
Yep.
Just make sure you take enough ice because they're
T-line,
walking
back 4.
hog line in.
Back 4, back 4.
This looks really good.
Shit.
Oh, it doesn't go deep.
You say it just continues to break and almost comes completely open. John's going to ignore the one in the rings.
It's like 2/3, okay? I mean,
Ask Chris
3/4
Plies,
even.
see if he
Half
can't
might go
spin
under
into
it.
the rings
2/3
here.
is probably perfect.
So double the yellows and see if the shooter can't get into the top of the 12-foot. Chris Plies, new to the team after the gold medal in 2018. Tyler George, of course, played third on that Olympic championship team and
My bad, Chris.
walked away on top. And Chris was obviously a really good replacement. You and I have spoken about Chris before, but one of the most talented players we've seen, and a great pickup by Team Schuster.
3.
With the double being made,
3.
guard is the call.
Hoge 3. Hoge 3.
With this much curl,
Hoge 3.
you have to make sure the guards are tight to the house.
3.
Maybe a broom's length out front, something like that. Any longer, and it's easy to come around and tap with all the curl.
So it looks like it's going to move a little too much. That's been the theme the last 2 days. Most misses have been on the over curl.
Tiny bit bigger.
Stay close in case it's crunchy.
Before they touched up the rocks, it was the opposite, in fact. Ice got very, very straight. And most rocks under curling. Plies needs a hack weight hit. Try to roll buried if they can.
Clean. Yep. Just that. Whoa. Close. Yep. Yep. Hard. Both of you go. Hard. Hard. Let's still go. No, never off. Still not off.
Beautiful roll there.
Beauty, Chris. Attaboy. Pistol.
Just gets it out of the play.
Kid.
Matt Hamilton, team cheerleader.
Hard. Both of you go. Hard. Hard. Let's still go. No, never off. Still not off. Beauty, Chris. Beauty, Chris. Attaboy. Pistol.
Rolled way over there, which is nice for Team USA.
I think it's in the front.
Yeah.
And taking a full 6 feet of ice to make the corner freeze here, Kev.
And don't throw it soft.
Right.
Make sure you're out to it.
Wouter Gosgens, 22 years old.
T-line.
He's been with this team for
Back 4.
as long as I can remember, 7 or 8 years. So started as a teenager on this team.
Ja, hij moet eigenlijk backing hebben. Back 4. Ja, Carlo.
It's got plenty of room, plenty of weight.
Back 4. T-line nu.
Line looks okay if they can. If the weight's good.
Yeah, it looks just fine.
Hard. Yep.
Kind of underswept a touch, but that rock's in a great position for Netherlands.
Gewoon bijblijven.
Ja, precies. Goed gegooid, Wout. Want daarom zei ik push, want je zat al op die rode, zeg maar.
Ja.
Pretty tight scoring area to score 2 at the moment.
What's that? Then we have them from both sides. Worst shot. I think we got. I think we got to throw it here. I mean, I guess he gets to play. We're gonna leave him to play this. What's that? Yeah. If you bury a chunk of it,
Could go to the side of the button
just throw
right
it
now.
to it.
Would that be your first instinct?
I don't think so, because it just opens this up, and then I'm gonna have to make this
problem
drop
with throwing
eventually if I don't stuff it.
Something
I mean, if I
around
stop it,
center
it's
line
great,
is
though.
it's a pretty easy shot to hit it on the nose and slash the yellow onto shot stone.
Right. Because if he ever hits this, right, it's just like, I mean, I guess unless we're drawing, that's the question. Yeah. Which we probably are. So it is against the steel too, but I mean, I could run this one. Actually, this is the one.
I don't know if you can run that one.
You don't think I can hit enough of it? Looks really tough.
I mean, it's hit what you can see.
It, though. It opens the hole.
I might be able to get there. This one is more natural. Yeah. Let's play this one. Okay.
John trying to play the angle raise.
Normal? I was thinking about
Apply 2 buried.
Is it 2/3?
Any risk on this?
Yeah, it's
Well, it's
like 2/3-ish, right? Yeah.
well, other than it's really hard.
That broom should be close.
Like I thought you could just. Like, ice is gorgeous. Throw to the
If we
button.
want to play a shot we shouldn't be playing. That's all.
I don't know. That would be pretty good.
Helps us over
To
here.
lie to.
You
I
could
could go
maybe
around
peel
it.
off the back side of this yellow
And
through,
spin
and then
it.
Obviously,
try
if
and
this is
squirt
made
through.
perfect, you're going to be
I
line
mean,
two
we
buried.
could peel yellow
That's
and try
good.
to squirt our shooter
It's just the
forward.
difficulty.
It might even touch that other red. You might spill a second one in.
Whatever you guys like.
Well, is it there? Is the yellow further?
This is good, Chris. This is good. This is good.
Yeah,
This is good.
I like
I'm
it.
just going to make this.
Yep.
Talking about this the other day. Indecision is almost worse than, you know, quote unquote, the wrong decision. Commit to something and you've got a good chance. As the
Yep. Hard. Got it.
38-year-old Skip gets his first rock underway here in end number 1.
Hard.
Try and hold it straight.
Just peek it. It's fine. Watch the shooter, Matt. Shooter. Yep, go.
This is tricky. Left the guard. Spun one into the
It's not the
rings.
end of the world either, I don't think.
There's a chance here for
They're still
Norway,
guarding our
excuse
back
me,
row.
Netherlands to roll
That's
in
not the end of
and
the world. No.
get shot
Probably
stone
the right
here.
way to miss it, honestly.
Basically, you just play the red in the 8-foot and the yellow top 4 played as a double. And it'll make contact because of the spin on the rock coming across. Counterclockwise spin, that yellow will go right to the red. Half rock.
Dan doet hij denk ik halve steen, misschien 3/4.
And you'll own the whole front as well. They get a
could.
tough score.
Could be two in there.
Beetje
Hij is wel redelijk dik nog, toch?
Ja, hij is best wel dik, inderdaad, zeker.
Ja.
Als je
A good indication of the amount of ice they're taking for this egg turn.
Dat
Double, we'll call it a double.
Eens. Goed. Achteraf.
It has definitely been curling off the center line for the last few draws.
Blijf erbij, deze in practice deed wel wat.
Ja.
Opportunity here for Netherlands to put some pressure on Team USA.
Achteraf.
Lee, Erfurt. Yep.
Half rock is the right amount.
Lee.
Clean.
Oh.
Definitely a good sign.
Yep. Spin hem omhoog.
Might have hit it a little thick.
Lekker, mooie bal, Wout.
Oh, got away with it. Shot stone.
Ja, dit is goed.
Didn't whip it either, just a nice delicate touch there from the
Ja,
Netherlands.
gewoon dik genoeg.
Hit and
zoals
roll
ze zijn.
in and tap corner frozen.
Lekker, ouwe.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, excellent.
Druk op.
No choice but to draw the button for John
I've had
Schuster
like
and
14
Team USA.
twos on some of theirs
Yeah.
for T.
I mean, I still had 14-2 on my draw button here, too, so. I mean,
So
it's not-
5?
What's
yeah,
that?
that 4-0 in the draw shot.
Okay. And it was the soft one. I think I'd still
Yeah,
get through a 10.
we did sweep it.
Yeah.
Final stone with the first end on its way for John Schuster. Needs a piece of the button to score one.
4-0.
We got a clock on this. You heard John refer to 14.2. That's a hog-to-hog time.
Gotta go.
Heads down, go!
Let's go. Come on, Lance.
Well,
Come on, buddy.
14.4.
should be in the ballpark as long as it doesn't overcurl.
Heads back. Hard boys, come
Right
to
to
the
the
tee,
touch
guys, go! Great
Go, buddy,
sweep,
go.
boys. Great sweep. Good scrub, guys. Great scrub.
Right to the button. Well swept by Landsteiner and Hamilton. As the USA takes the lead here through one.
Well judged.
Hard-fought single. Netherlands will have hammer
Just
in end
hard
number
enough
2.
for the boys. Good scrub, buddy.
Eerder weten hoeveel die curlt, zeg maar.
Ja.
Dat scheelt volgens mij qua lengte ook wel, toch?
Ja, sorry, ik was gewoon nog in mijn hoofd van wat die back 8 was.
I like it. Probably I was Matt. Line's okay.
At a 405.
Yeah, definitely
Easy.
Matt.
I think we're there. Really
Oh, center
running.
bow is good. Yep, we're good.
I think we're there.
Yeah.
Running a lot.
Slow run.
Easy, boys. Easy, real easy right now.
It's fine, Doc.
Sit.
15-1.
Second in action underway as John Landsteiner throws up a very tight center guard to get things started for Team USA. Interesting listening to John Schuster that first end, Kevin, just very confident, you know, in speaking about his run back. He says, well, I'll probably have to draw the button anyway on my last, but he was totally comfortable and knew exactly what he was going to do. And, he's been like that really since almost day one. John kind of carries himself that way anyway, but they're getting better and better and better, it seems, as the week goes on.
Yeah, there's somebody to watch for when they get the stride going and they start believing in themselves and making everything. It'd be a scary group.
Interesting, yesterday John Landsteiner took the game off and let their alternate Colin Huffman play against Scotland. And Colin played very well, but it was a planned break. The thing to remember about all these teams is, although it's a long round robin, yes, but the other part of the fitness side of it, and you can speak to this a little bit, is that no one's played any games coming into this thing. So I'm sure the sweepers are a little more sore than they might usually be coming into an event like this.
I actually phoned Karik this morning just to see how he's doing, and he was laughing because, like, for those guys, usually they would have played so many games by this time of the year. But
I should clarify, that's your son Karik Martin, who plays lead for Team Botcher, just for people out there who don't know.
Yes.
So full disclosure.
I just had a chat with him this morning, and his muscles are so sore from just all these games back to back to back.
By the time you get to April, usually you're quite battle hardened and ready to go, right? Netherlands trying to hit and stay here. A little heavy, going to roll out of play and give Matt Hamilton a chance maybe to go around. Speaking of your son, Karik, plays lead on Team Botcher. In this game over on Sheet D, we cannot emphasize enough how much it means to both of these teams. The winner is in the playoffs, and the loser may need help to get into the playoffs. So this is just a massive game.
Brendan Botcher on his first one actually came around center guard, buried right in the top 4 foot, exactly buried. Team Norway tried to run back and missed it, and that's why it's a draw to the house for 2-0 Canada to start off this one.
Good shot. That would have been right on the button.
So as our game progresses, and if I ask Kevin a strategy question and he doesn't know what's going on, we'll forgive him. He may keep an eye over on Sheet D as he watches his son try to make the playoffs here in Calgary at these World Championships. Nice come around there from Matt Hamilton. Tried the double. They're going to jam it, roll for another corner.
Same ice is good. I'll throw it better.
There's Team USA coach Sean Baton. He's been working with this team for a little over a year, basically all the way through the pandemic. And there's a fifth man, Colin Huffman, scouting rocks. Who's throwing what stones on other sheets? That's a common ploy for the alternate. It is some work back there for the people on the bench.
Well, and you have to be ready to go because you never know when you might have to get into the game. And Colin Huffman's a really good curler, so certainly capable of coming in and playing.
We played the full game against Scotland, but he also jumped in for an end or two against Denmark this morning, didn't he?
Yes, in place of Matt Hamilton actually near the end of the game. I think it's important that the fifth players get in as much as they can.
And there's Sherry Liebrandt-Demmen, who's been working with this team basically since Netherlands started curling. She's Canadian from BC, I believe, or Saskatchewan. I should know that, but Sherry and her team, her Netherlands team, have been working and improving for the last 8 or 9 years, and she's been a great influence on this team and the whole program in the Netherlands, actually.
10? Yeah, probably for this.
10, 15.
It's well swept after you guys' last two.
15.
That missed run back chance for Chris Plyce. Throw a guard here, Kev.
Trying to get it, yeah, another guard, maybe
2 or 3.
Line's good.
near the house. The trick to these, the ice is curling
Keep playing in it.
so
Matt,
much
it's gonna be
that
you
the
though, I
weight
think.
has to be perfect to get both
Matt,
the
go
weight
ahead.
and the
Go ahead,
line
go ahead,
to
hard.
match, so you get
Hard,
the
Matty, go,
exact
go.
guard that's needed.
Carvin now.
If
Gotta
you're a little
split
light, it
seven,
won't
Matt,
curl
go.
enough, a little
Keep going,
heavy, and it
keep
goes
going,
too
little
far.
more on that, little more. All right,
Like
great
that.
job, big boy.
Excellent. Interesting story actually on the bench is Clancy Grandy, who's the assistant coach for Team Netherlands, and she's doing much like Colin Huffman's doing, scouting rocks. But the interesting part is that her husband, Pat Jansen, has been working with Team Botcher for a couple of seasons now and is on the Team Canada bench. So I'm sure she's keeping an eye over there whether her husband's team's going to make the playoffs. Nice guard there from Chris Plyce. Left about a eighth of it open, but definitely can get at it.
It's enough with the ice curling as much as it is. You can get this with just wait to the hack.
Links prima. Links zal.
11. Clean. 11, 2.
Oh, nou. Nou. Hek, haar firm.
Yep.
Haar firm. Gotta go now.
Out there a ways.
Trying to make it curl.
It is curling.
Yep.
Not quite enough to remove the stone.
That will really force Netherlands to try to score here now in this second end.
Well, that might have been just a touch heavier than they wanted to be. They wanted to just barely get to the hack. That would have been more like all the way to the bumper.
6, 7.
Line's a little tighter than the last. Okay, well, right off then.
5.
Whoa,
more than that.
Line's out there, it's fine.
Line's going to be good.
I think line will get here, just
Steiner, put your broom down.
easy, it's never Steiner. Steiner, you're out, 14-3. I don't think
Line's
it's
good.
anybody's. I don't think it's anybody's, let it be, let it be.
Just doesn't want to over curl, which it is. Isn't that an amazing amount of finish? Wow.
Almost entirely open, in fact.
It's like 2 feet heavy, eh?
Yeah.
What'd I give you there?
We said 2 feet shorter, that would have been dead buried.
But you had a 405.
That's when
Yeah.
the guards are made perfect. How good that is.
How difficult, yes.
So this is a much easier tap. Yep, the Dorp will be very close on this one, I would expect.
You can see much more of this red stone now.
Tina, heel hard.
Hookman still trying to make it curl.
Trying to get across the face.
Hard.
So just maybe overthrowing those a touch.
10-5 ook.
Okay. 10,5.
Knowing about the big curl, but if you're a little heavy, it doesn't tend to take the curl till very, very late. You're just not sticking around.
Okay.
Quite a stress-free end here
I think
for
that
Team
extra
USA.
distance, we're getting that extra curl, so
Yep.
I'll try to make sure I get it. I mean, that was 14-4 with no clean, so I feel like I get 30 guys.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like that, Matt?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right, try to bite the 4.
Watch the sweepers on this one.
Hard.
Try to
Go ahead,
position
Matt.
it properly.
I gave a pretty good bump, but I think you can still go. This one's probably you, Matt. Matt, this is you.
Which means it's out a little bit
Line's
wider
getting really
than
good, though.
Line's
what
good.
they would want.
Straight, Matt.
This is not heavy.
Straight, Matty.
Hard, boys, go.
Line's really good if he can get it to the rings.
Keep going.
Come on, buddy.
Keep going. Get
Keep
pace.
going.
Keep
Keep
going.
it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good sweep, guys.
Sweepers were pretty much on that. They called out 4 out of John's hand, which is top 12, and that's where it ended up. And
All right, that was cruising.
just never quite there.
Except he's not throwing 10 still.
Yeah, the 15.
But a chance now with that rock way up at the top 12 can come around right to the, just bite the top button, totally buried,
Super hard.
and there's no problem, it will bury here.
Well, essentially that's a guard, isn't it, when it's that high in the rings?
Kan we altijd finishen. 4-2? 4-2 is goed.
We willen hem bijten 4. Ja. Half van de 4 is oké, maar gewoon niet te diep. Dan hebben we wel meer marge van de laatste.
My Dutch isn't very good, but I heard bite fear, so I'm saying bite the forefoot.
That's the four, yeah.
Wel een flink setje. 12 af!
Lijn terug.
De eerste shot zijn. Ja, top 4. Die lijn back voor.
Shuttle niet.
You don't want to be back four. Set up a freeze.
Nu komt hij. Back 8. Oh nee.
Sweeper's calling back 8. That's quite a bit too heavy.
Oké, goed close jongens.
And that will leave a freeze opportunity for
Ja, net zoveel gegeven.
John Schuster.
Moet gewoon meegeven.
And John likely won't try to be top button in a steal. Like actually go right to the back one, lock it right on, so that there's no chance for 2 points.
What do we need to be shot, Chris? Half 4. Half 4? Okay. But we're playing for the freeze. Same for the T-line. Okay. 4 or 5. I'll give you guys.
Throw to the tee and let the sweepers take it to the freeze. Sounds right.
Bigger bump.
6, 7.
It's close though. Okay.
6.
Line's good.
6, 7.
Sweepers like this one better.
7.
Okay, it's gonna be Matt. Nope, line's good.
Oh, it'll curl.
Close, Matt.
It's close. We can get to it.
Matt's rock. Go right off then. It'll grab and go.
Trying to lock it right on.
Come on, really?
Shot, John.
That's a good shot.
Good.
There's no way to get that out.
Did you get nervous at the end or no?
No, I just knew it was a queen all the way there.
Gotcha.
I think that was the difference in not like
Sweeps
taking a huge grab, but
Right.
I got nothing.
What'd you guys have on that one?
4 or 5.
Gewoon zelfde lengte, haartje eraf.
Just a great dynamic with that team.
Gaan we doen, man.
No lack of communication. Nice for Team Netherlands. It's the same shot they just threw, so good opportunity to throw the same shot, score their one. Final rock for Wouter Goskens and number 2.
Lijnskrapper.
Top 8. Top 4, T-line. Top 4.
10. Lijn is goed.
Top 4 tee line. Line looks perfect, so.
Top 8.
Yep, moet gaan nu.
Sweeper's job from here on in.
Hard, zo ver mogelijk.
Nothing heavy though, Mike. This is not heavy at all. It does get by. Oh, well swept.
Goed.
Right on the button. Well done.
Gewoon opletten, want deze lengte is minder. Ja, zo kult gewoon
lengte is perfect.
Well swept.
We hebben wel gewoon echt meer ijs nodig.
And a good couple of ends here underway as the United States has a hammer heading to end number 3, all tied up.
Wat gewoon tegen. En de call was van, ja, ik gooi hem minder hard, dus hij breekt harder, maar je veegt hem ook, dus houdt hem ook wel recht. Maar hij gaat echt niet recht.
Roll here, and then we never have that any chance of them getting one in there like that.
Keep it going.
So, play another good end here.
Yeah.
Just make shots.
Yeah, I got it.
Keep calling out good weight. Scrub them big when you need to. Hopefully you don't have to do too many.
Hoog 3. Easy. 2. Oké. Lijn is prima.
Nog niet heel veel.
Lijn 2 max.
Welcome back to Calgary, Canada, the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021. Feature matchup through 2 ends of play. United States tied 1-1 with the Netherlands. United States trying to solidify their spot in the playoff round. With a win here, they'll guarantee themselves a spot in the quarterfinals and give themselves an outside shot at maybe one of those semifinal berths. They need some help from two-time defending champion Nicholas Edin for that to happen.
Tough guy to ask for a favor.
Especially at a world championship. But I think every goal of every team here at this championship is to make the playoffs, and the other goal, top 6, would give Team USA a chance to defend their gold medal in 10 months' time. So I know John's got that at the front of his mind as well. There is a second opportunity for any teams not in the top 6 here, Olympic qualifying event that will be held next fall. But there's a couple teams could be on the outside looking in. We mentioned the Canada-Norway situation, one of those 2 teams. Switzerland's down there at 5 losses. I don't think you'd want to go to that qualifying event and have to play Peter de Cruz to have a chance to go to the Olympics. That'd be pretty difficult. So, yeah, definitely an opportunity here for the USA on several fronts.
Well, just try to spill in there.
John Schuster has just been excellent all week long.
He's focused on making that Olympic berth, I think. And of course, the World Championships. He'd love to put that as an accomplishment as well.
He has a gold medal at the Olympics, of course, but has never medaled at the Worlds.
Hard, Matty. Hard, Matty. Get in
Came 4th a couple of years ago.
Go. Really nice, Steiner.
That away, Steiner, beauty.
Pistol, bud.
2 good ones there from John Landsteiner.
Yeah, really nice shot. It's a difficult shot to throw it hard enough to be able to get good separation.
Attaboy.
Really good.
Chatting with Coach Sherry Liebrandt about Team Netherlands, and they've done not much else but throw some rocks in the Netherlands on ice at curls. Very little, maybe a foot of curl. No one really to play against. They've been playing, she goes, we've been playing practice games against me, she said. And you know, it's just a tough way to try to come in here with, let's say, that battle-hardened feeling. Kevin, Team Canada with 4 yellows in there.
Yeah, Brendan Botcher on his last actually made that bump up to the shot stone, the side of the forefoot. And now Stefan Wallstad has to play. He's trying to play a bit of almost a heavy draw to come through this hole and kind of bounce off the Canadian stone into the forefoot. Not easy.
That does not sound like fun at all.
Well, no, and the ice curls so much here, so it's off the guard. Okay, they want to go hard, but then bounce it. Look at this.
Thank you, guys.
That's exactly what he called. Great shot.
We're here for you, man.
A lot of laughs early in that one as we head over to Switzerland taking on Korea. And Switzerland needs a win to kind of keep their hopes alive at 5 losses already. And Team Korea throwing their last.
Yeah, pretty good chance here. Just needs to get to the inside of this red rock and no outside all the way, and has to settle for a single point. That was a pretty makeable shot for 2. Might have overthrown that a little bit.
1-1 after 2 on sheet A. Matt Hamilton's second stone of end number 3 on its way.
Double and trying to stick around. Don't know. It does.
It's perfect.
It's definitely better.
Real nice.
Curled a lot.
Zijn we hem er, hè?
Matt's had a few looks this week with the hair down. the hair in a bun lately. We should say that he is growing his hair for a charity, Stash Strong.
Je ziet ook nog de helft van die rode.
They do a lot of brain cancer research. And plans on auctioning off the opportunity to cut that hair at some point. Keeps winning, he won't be allowed to cut it, I don't think.
Yeah, that's terrific. Terrific of those guys.
Okay.
I like this call a little bit better. Coming around, you're almost putting the game on the line. If you don't bury, hit and roll to the outside, now what? Do it again?
3 or 4 in the mix.
Yes, and then, no, this is a good, well, as long as you make it. Yeah, got it. It's good.
Oké, zet hij hem zo hard weg dan?
Ja, maar dat doet hij de hele tijd. Je moet gewoon minder ijzer pakken.
You might give up 2, but you're probably not going to give any more than that with this strategy. And you might not, might not give up 2.
95.
Well, John's electing to not go around the middle.
That's definitely
What would prompt that decision, Kev?
Yeah,
Well,
that's fine. We're going back
Scoreboard,
now. Are we
tie
looking
game,
90 or 4?
happy with 2.
I'd rather
Go
have a
around the
90.
middle and you go a little
Back
deep.
rank.
Uh-oh, they freeze, and there's the force. Go to the open.
Simple 2, or you might,
85.
if you get a roll out, you might get a blank out of it,
Sure.
which would be okay as well.
Yeah, carry the hammer into the even ends.
Where are we at, boys?
4.
4s? You can leave it at 4 if you don't think you can get to an 8.
Not to mention you're having your players
14-4,
play
you get it back,
easier
you gotta go, though.
shots.
Come on.
I always like that.
Yes.
We like
yes.
the easy ones. Let them play the tough ones.
That's right.
Good.
It's a good shot. There is a double possibility. It's not easy all the way across the house.
Yeah, when the rocks are
Gewoon met 8.
8-9 feet apart like these ones.
Ja.
The angle's decent though for the Netherlands.
Ja,
half stone with
8 zei je toch?
some weight.
Ja, denk het wel.
Have to have some pace. That's the thing.
8.
Definitely.
Yep, Van Dorp in the hack.
8-2.
Yep. Klopt. Yep. 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 Heel hard. Hard. Alles wat je hebt op de rol. Alles wat je hebt op de rol. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Go, go, go.
Accidentally rolled buried. Just comes out the other side.
It's a good try.
Je wilt toch niet
Ja, goede kant. Prima. Dit is een goede kant. Dit is
Pretty much had the right angle for the double, but it's just so far across the whole house. You have to really fire it to make it.
And the Netherlands do not throw it as hard as some of the other teams out here as well. So
Just once we're by, if we're flying's good, we'll just take that.
seen this shot a couple of times already in this game. Quiet weight tap for Chris Plies.
Sideboard.
Whoa! Clean,
Yeah, a little
clean,
heavy.
clean! Really close.
Just a hair heavy.
Yep, yep!
Not wanting to roll buried, wanting to pretty much nose it
Hard standard!
I got it.
No, leave it.
or roll it even a little too far. Very good. It's not right in behind. Last thing you wanted was that to be exactly buried, and then the freeze comes.
If they make the freeze and you can't throw enough weight at
It doesn't give them the double at all.
their stone. Is that
They
the
can dig
idea?
anything.
So then
anything
you're
under there.
you're forced.
I
So
got the best play
that was
ever.
really a
I think
heads-up
it's-
play to roll that half a rock far enough. So that was excellent.
Gewoon 11. Met de flop.
Gewoon naar rechts rollen.
Ja. Gewoon net over split center.
I mean, Noah's would have been a really tough double too. That would have been super thin. But
Yeah.
I think that's that one. There was definitely not one.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
So. And we forced him to throw the other turn.
Yeah.
Bij met deze lengte veel te veel.
Ja.
You and I have both known John for, well, back since he played with played lead for Pete Fenton in 2006 at the Olympics, and been really interesting to see him progress as a skip. And
He's so good compared to those days, the early days.
amazing, just and in Pyeongchang, it's just like he just kind of settled in all of a sudden about halfway through the week, and really since then, you just rarely get unexpected misses from John Schuster these days, where previously motions used to get to him a bit, and Yeah, just such a he's actually the calming influence on this team.
And let him take a run at the
It's not Matt.
Then like roll under here.
It's not Matt.
It's not Matt. Matt's not the calming influence. That's what you're trying to say.
Because they just carved that.
That's funny.
Or would you rather
A lot of personality there. Every team's got someone under
I think they can hold it.
that is the personality, so to speak. You know, Team Botcher, we talked Darren Molding is the guy that really is that exuberant cheerleader type, and certainly on Team Schuster, it is definitely Matt Hamilton. I don't think you hear John Landsteiner or Chris Plyes say 3-4 words in a row, ever.
No, they're quiet, go about their business. So now a nose hit or even roll to the outside.
Yeah, pretty low stress opportunity here for John Schuster.
Easy board.
Yep. Whoa.
Board.
Yep. Yep. Stay down.
Line looks pretty good.
Hard. Hard.
Does not want to roll buried. That's the only thing they don't want. Good shot.
Yeah, right on the nose is fine.
I don't think there's anything you can throw I can't take, so.
Yeah, because of how long that guard is, that's a great point John just made. If he does roll buried, should be able to get at it with either turn.
With a quiet way tap for 2.
Ja, je hebt toch wel freeze op die andere gooien zo.
They're actually talking about rolling all the way to the right in front of that red stone at the back 12, which, you know, the guard's kind of in your mind's eye. It's really hard to commit to getting by so tightly. So this is a bit of a challenge for Wouter Gosgens in the hack. Typically, this shot would get overthrown a little bit and run a little too straight. We'll see how he does.
Elf. Lean. Elf. Push. Lean. Girl. Girl. Guard out. Yep.
Trying to make it curl.
Yep. Hard guard out. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Roll him out.
Just kind of caught in between.
That's a good attempt.
Okay.
To your point, Mike, he'd hate to crash the guard. Try to play it too cute and give up 3. So
not unsurprising.
No, understandable.
Quite curl enough.
Control.
Yep. Teamwork. It's teamwork.
Yeah, wait.
Control. 10-5.
Control weight. Open it for 2 for John Schuster here in end number 3.
A little heavy. Hard. Easy. Hard. Easy. Yeah. Clean. A little heavy. Yeah. Hard, Matt. Clean.
Well done. Really solid end again from Team USA.
In the 8-foot down, behind the 4-foot, there's like a piece of foam that you're
That's a 3-1 lead now through 3 ends of play. Good start for the Olympic champion.
Good end again, boys. That's 3.
All right, force deuce going into the break. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ik vind het wel lastig, want jullie stenen curlen gewoon heel veel meer dan wij stenen, zeg maar. Dus ja, het is best wel. Ik had eigenlijk voor jullie gewoon veel meer ijs nodig.
Ja.
Maar voor mij undercurlen we dan daarna weer om dat te aanpassen.
Oké.
Maar laten we dat gewoon aanpassen.
Ja,
Als
precies.
dat de tendencies zijn vanavond, dan is dat zo.
Precies.
Ja.
We weten
Eens.
het nu, dus gewoon dat we
gewoon dat doen.
meer ijs
Ja.
en voor jou iets minder.
Ja.
Als je gewoon hetzelfde blijft gooien, is het makkelijkst dan dat we
Ja,
allemaal gaan
inderdaad.
aanpassen.
Ja,
dat
eens.
werkt echt niet. Ja, dus.
too, bro.
Line's really good.
We're the same freaking number. That's adorable.
Chris, though.
We're the same person.
15-3 should be out.
Should be, but it looks like it's carrying to me.
I think it's grinding.
John Landsteiner
Oh.
looking for the tight guard.
Just fine, Steiner.
I think it snuck into the rings. It did. Hoping to have that rock stop an inch or two shorter, but US leading 3-1 here as we get into the fourth end of play.
Deciding on the corner guard. I think that's the right call.
Well, we've seen that those rocks at the top of the rings are actually guards themselves. Just to give you an idea of how good this team from the Netherlands is. That's a good number for the week, 88%. Excellent, excellent play from Carlo Glasbergen.
Nee, niet echt hoor. Easy, easy. Lijn is gewoon goed nu. Yep. Stop. Top. Mooi steen, Carlo.
3-foot tap, Steiner.
The reason for the tap is because it is a biter. Now tap, your rock will stay outside the rings. Tap into the 8-foot circle.
Push it out. Whoa.
John Landsteiner also good numbers for the week, 87.
Bumping it 3 feet.
Line's good, yeah.
Anything high 80s, this level's pretty good.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Hard, Matt.
It's heavy.
Hard line, gotta go.
Run over.
Whoa. No, Chris, just let it.
Kevin, last rock here for Brendan Botcher. Hard to see what's going on. Looks like an in-off being played.
Whoa.
He was trying to hit it real thin, but
It's fine.
looks like
One yellow.
just one.
Good.
That was a lonely red at the back there. It was surrounded by yellows. Team Canada up 3-1 after 3 ends. Norway will
Just a slide.
take the hammer into end number 4.
Lijn's goed.
Close line.
Easy.
Volgt.
Oh, Carlo, about. Wout.
Nice tap there from Landsteiner.
Oké, ga maar als je kan, Wout.
Lijn komt
Didn't
vol.
quite tap it dead buried, but kept it in front of the tee line. Left his rock near the center.
Gewoon finish.
Pretty good result.
Finish.
Yep.
Trying to bury around the corner. Looks really good. In front of the tee.
Oké. Maar denk
Oké,
Carlo.
goed feit.
Geef iets
Excellent.
minder op die tweede. Mooi bal.
Hack.
Looks like it's almost
Yeah.
completely buried, but the way the ice curls.
I like hack. What's it?
It's a nice hack.
Yeah.
This is kind of a fresher track.
That is really the difference in the last 2 days, isn't it? Teams can really chase these rocks behind high guards. First couple of days, that'd be almost impossible to get at that stone. As we see Matt Hamilton, 84 for the week.
Close.
Matt's been getting better, in my opinion, as the weeks went on.
Close. Chris.
Shade heavy.
Walk it in there, Chris. Walk it in there. You got it every inch. I got this one, Steiner.
No roll.
That away, Matty. Great
catch.
shot, buddy.
Very nice. Good weight control.
Finger guns.
11-5, Matt.
Oh my god.
Hammy?
Matt, you said 11-5.
Yeah.
Zoveel mogelijk in ieder geval.
Never a dull moment with Matt.
No, that's for sure.
With that rock going to the back 12. Netherlands going to try to tap it stone at the top 4 foot into the back of the rings as well.
Clean. Yep. Good.
So Hoekman's a little lower than his counterparts.
Yep. Top. Maar bal uit.
Okay.
Good shot.
Goeie call, ja.
So we head over to Team Sweden taking on Team Germany, 2-1. Sweden leads. Looks like Germany's got one in the back of the rings there. Kev might be shot stone.
Yeah, looks like a little bit of a bump being played here. Needs to hold this on the high side. Double bump. Nice weight control. Good shot. That was the key to that one.
It's a difficult one. Young Totzek has, they've given a lot of teams very good games once they kind of settled their nerves down a little bit. So Nicodine will have his hands full in this one on sheet C.
Coming around to freeze around the corner. The line's good.
Okay, T-line back
Could
four.
leave it above the tee if the line's
T-line
really
back
good.
four.
A bit of an error there by Team USA. Hit and rolled
Carlo, yep.
much too far.
Back four. Yep, je moet echt gaan.
By the guard by
Back.
a mile.
Lijn's close nu.
T-line.
T-line back four. Is goed.
Prima, mooi stelen.
Difficult to remove though.
It's a pretty good spot. Dead buried.
Shot here, so you got any?
An inch.
You don't really, yeah, it's the same Matt had. You don't really need any. To get it over the top, you probably got to almost throw it Matt through. He threw 11.5.
If you threw just through, you could tap it to second, and we could sit in front of it and shot.
Yeah, we could do that too if you want. I mean, we could just tap it straight on the nose, like here too, right?
We'd be second and first.
I mean, we can get really close to nose with hack, I think. And if we rub the guard, that's
Wow.
fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Like just there, and if we rub the guard, we rub the guard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're throwing.
Do you
just
think it's
through that.
possible to get to the nose? It's completely buried.
Well, whether I do or not, it's not that important. They believe they can get to the nose.
Wow.
That would be a shot. Yeah, Chris Ply's 83 for the week.
Well, have
Started
you
off
looked
slowly
yet?
this week and seemed to have been getting better as the week's gone on as well.
Come on, Lance.
Hard!
Come on, Dick.
Hard, Steiner!
It's close.
Whoa, 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 wreck it hard. Go on this one. Go, 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 go. That's just fine.
Okay, Chris.
It's fine.
Opens up shot stone.
Good sweep, Steiner.
Chance to come around though now to bite top 4 foot to sit 2.
And those guards up front are staggered, so they're really, it's a difficult run back if they make this nicely.
25.
Net een beetje van 24 jaar.
Ja, precies. Maar hij ligt half in de achterhoek, zeg maar.
Ja, anders is het.
We'll need just 3/4 of the 8 foot with this stone in order to lie 2, as we see Van Dort's been 80% for the week, been steady.
Top 8.
Alleen lengte, buiten 4.
Top 8. Top 4.
Blijf ietsje wijd hangen.
This team's still a little streakier than many of the top teams, but when they're good, they're great, and when they're not so good, they do struggle. But solid here through the first 3 ends, 3+ ends. This looks good.
Just into the top 4.
Oké, is goed.
It's really good.
Goeie kans. Mooi steen, ja.
Team USA kind
Unless
of
you
into it
like
here.
digging it, but it's pretty.
Well, you can't really hit and roll in off that the yellow.
Yeah, freeze.
If you ever roll too far, it'd be a double to
14
sit 3.
And you might jam. Yeah, you might jam as well.
Could
Right?
jam.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I agree with this freeze, but it's dangerous.
Should be close, yeah.
Don't want to have to play it, but not a lot of choice.
Line's good.
Weight's close.
All you guys.
Feels down, dolls. 5 right now.
Hard.
Gotta go. Gotta go, guys.
Come on, Steiner.
And this will really move too. If it's a
Hard.
little
We need
light,
full 8 foot at least.
could have line trouble.
15-7. Come on. Hard.
Get it by that one, Steiner. Come on.
That'll be the
Bounce off.
yeah. That was the problem with being a little light.
What'd you guys have there?
87. It looks like you're like turning them and not getting through it. I don't know.
So line 2 and throwing now are the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's a great situation. Possibilities.
At least.
Steiner.
15-7. Come on.
Steiner.
Hard.
Does it look like he's
Get
not
it by
getting...
that one, Steiner. Come on.
It's probably best to not get it by, actually.
Good sweep. What'd you guys have there?
Now you can do something with it.
Ja, dat dacht ik.
Netherlands recognizes the danger of those 2 red stones at the top of the 12 foot.
Het is alleen, je gaat hier een spint omhoog.
Obviously, John Schuster can easily tap the one on the right
Gewoon normaal.
directly onto shot stone. They can even throw a quiet weight double bump on those 2 on the left as well, Kev. What do you like if you're the Netherlands here?
Ja, dat dacht ik.
I would come around with the out turn to the top 8 and maybe block a little of that raise
Around the 2 reds.
around the 2 reds, top 8.
Step je hem hierheen.
Ja,
If any small miss, and all of a sudden you might get 4. Like, I'm trying to hit it, but
als je gewoon daar stikt en die,
This is not an easy hit either.
no.
You're going to try to hit it on the center line side. They're hitting the right-hand red as we're looking at it, trying to roll to the center line a little.
If you're ever a little wide, though, you end up jamming it on your shot stone.
Ja, precies. Ja. Dat ideaal. Of zelfs helemaal naar
So it goes back to that theory of making your shots easy and the opponent's difficult. The draw is a much easier shot than this.
Normaal. Yep. Heel hard.
Van Dorp second on the way here, and then number 4.
Ja. Whoa. Yep. Best wel goed, toch? Of niet?
Ja, hij wil de shooter daar uit.
Not bad. It's okay, but it's going to be tough to score more than 2 now.
Okay.
Schuster can get rid of shot stone somehow
And he knows
without jamming.
So he's got to make sure we don't play this super cute.
Could always
But I
hit the
think- I
open
still
one if he
think I'm
had to
throwing
on his
half
last.
From edge 4.
I don't think it's worth rolling buried, do you, Kev?
Oh boy, because that would jam definitely.
At the back.
Bringing 3 back into play for John. Probably hit and roll this into the open.
It's another
They'll nose hit,
Chris.
you nose hit, and it'll be 2. And
Trying to roll like side 4 foot.
It doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be nice to roll like. I mean, I actually kind of like nose, but we just don't want to get cute. So like this is the play.
Yeah.
But if it's hack, saw that.
Rolling open is the play. You heard him say.
that makes a lot of sense. Playing the scoreboard.
81 is not super high for skips, but the thing with John, he's made all the ones he's needed this week.
And making more and more and more as the week goes on. This is really moving, though.
Hard to it!
This is really moving.
Really good.
Avoided the jam.
Shot, John. Good call, guy.
And kept a little bit of it buried.
Center.
That wasn't easy.
No.
It was almost accidental, though.
You're throwing all interns this game for Steiner.
Good shot.
Talking about the sweeping, when John throws his intern, it's John Landsteiner who's on the inside of the curl, having to keep it straight. So they're saying, poor John Landsteiner. It's his job, though, isn't it, Kevin?
I'm sure he loves every second of it. Every rock's an intern, so he has to sweep every single one.
End to end.
I'm trying to get as close to nose as possible.
75 for the week, and as you said, that again, not a great number, but he also played 101 games.
Shot 100. Had a wonderful interview with him after that game. That's a incredible number, of course.
And it's rare that a skip does it. You know, see quite often front ends or thirds making it, but they weren't easy either. That 100 game that he played through difficult ports and a couple of doubles here and there. John Schuster here with that rock rolling open. There is a chance for a double. Hit about half that yellow stone. His shooter will go over to the right and remove that stone on the edge of the 8 foot.
It's on top of the back one.
We think half is good.
It's a fairly natural angle.
John Schuster's final stone on its way here in end number 4.
Matt!
Go ahead, Matt.
Hard!
Wanting it to curl
Clean,
a little more.
They killed it. They killed it.
I guess half was wrong.
Matt over curl. Matt made it curl, and it curled too much.
That was thin half.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Moved it far enough so that the back read his shot, but now it's a fairly simple nose hit.
Clean, wall even!
They thought they had it on impact.
No way.
He's surprised. Sure. Netherlands are also surprised. Once it kind of yeah, whoa, it's usually made. But nice opportunity now for the Netherlands here to tie things up in end number 4. In turn hit, basically the same shot he just threw, which is nice. Last stone for the Walter Gooskens.
10. 10. 9. Yep. 10. Yep.
Heel hard.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Yep.
Looks pretty good.
Hard. Yep. Nice. Lekker houden. Mooi bal.
Well done. That is a good 2-ender after Little sweeping error from Team USA, but the Netherlands have tied things up here after fourth end of play.
Ja, iets minder positief dan die vorige.
Ik net gewoon net iets minder rotatie gezet.
Okay. Like it curled from the logo to the rock, like probably an inch and a
Hij
half.
is wel gewoon goed, want je ziet zelfs als je net niet zo positief gooit, ook kan gewoon houden.
Oké.
Netjes.
Twee terug, ideaal. Een 4.
Precies.
Arm in de events.
Lekker jongens.
Het is gewoon force.
Zeker.
Ja, guard gewoon net iets tighter.
Hoge 3.
Oké. Lijn is ook haartje krap. Kom maar.
Ga maar.
Ah, lijn is goed.
Hoge 3.
Je houdt hem best wel recht nu.
Hoge 3.
Lijn is perfect.
Hoge 3. Hij is ook bij je bezig.
Ja, lijn is perfect. Mooi steen, Carlo. Top.
Top.
Goed zo.
Perfect.
Ja.
Fifth end in a battle here. Team USA and Team Netherlands locked at 3. And John Landsteiner being asked for the out turn, come around to the top of the 8 foot after a center guard was thrown by the Netherlands.
Looks good.
The line looks
Take a
good.
look. 15-1.
Coming in here,
Go ahead. Yep.
Get it there.
somewhere around the top
Great
8.
start, Steiner. That boy. Perfect spot.
Perfect, yes.
Hello, Lancer.
Ja, buiten 8.
Oké.
Buiten 8.
Tikkeltje erbij.
Ja.
Ja.
The rare unforced error there from Team Schuster last end, Kevin. I think everyone was a little surprised. So,
Especially on a well-thrown rock. Like it could have
occasionally
been
if you throw,
big.
if you throw it bad, that's one thing. But
Easy. Lijn's goed.
rarely do you see a missed sweeping call like that.
Net voor.
Oh, nee.
Freeze is the call here for the Netherlands.
Nee. Gewoon zitten.
Don't really want to bounce off. This is a little bit heavy by the looks of things.
Hey.
Well, stayed underneath a little bit though, so not bad. Forces a freeze.
Team USA have a plan here in the 5th.
I think they'll gamble a little bit in 5 and then in the middle. Because then, of course, a blank doesn't hurt.
No, line's good. Line's good.
You won't see them splitting the house early, I don't think. They'll play a little bit around the middle. And if the opportunity arises, they'll take the blank.
Gotta get by, though. Go
Or
for
take
straight,
a deuce or a 3.
Hard. Okay. All right.
Hand it tucked.
Staggered middle can't be what they're hoping for there.
Weet je het zeker? Wat hadden we voor jou? We hadden net buiten mid 12.
Hookman's going to go wide around on the intern side here. You can definitely get it buried behind everything.
3/4 12.
Oké, hebben we meer ijs nodig voor die come around? Oké.
Wants more ice. Can't blame him.
Everything's moving.
Denk top 8.
Lijn is oké.
Top 4. Top 8.
Top 4
Top 8.
T-line would be good here for the Netherlands.
Top 4 T-line back 4. Back 4.
Definitely going to curl
Back
enough.
4.
Heel wijd.
Back 4.
Lots of weight. Back 4 is okay though. Nothing wrong with that.
Carlo, blijf
Ja, hij is pack 8.
That's more than 5-4.
Let's head back over to sheet D, and Kevin, I suspect you can tell me what's going to happen here, but draw against 3 for Norway.
Yeah, and on Botcher's last one, that's the rock that's around center guard. Could have actually went a little deeper to make this draw a little more difficult. Ends up coming almost to the 4-foot. So this is an in-turn draw to need to bite 4-foot for Wallstad. It looks pretty good early. The line looks excellent. Boy, it's not light here. One sweeper's dropped off completely. This needs to dig in. Certainly too far. Hung on, so just a steal of 1. 4-1 after 4.
Let's not forget, out of the gate, Norway was 7-1 here early in the round robin, so it's coming in with 3 straight losses, and actually had a draw to win one of those 3 losses. Had to just hit the 8-foot and came up light. So they are reeling.
A little bit of oil coming out of the motor. Needs to get that back together here soon.
They finish with Canada and Scotland, so won't be easy. Better make that repair quickly. And Canada plays Germany tomorrow morning as well in their final round robin game. Both teams at 7-4. As I mentioned, John Schuster, we're only with 3 losses at the moment. Team USA tomorrow takes on Korea in their final round robin game. I think that hangs around a bit there, Kev. So that certainly may force John Schuster into scoring here. That little wee biter out in the wings.
That could be the force. Force stone.
So maybe try to score more than 1 now.
Yes, that's right.
Decision for Team USA.
So Matt playing the bump on the nose. Oh, that one took off a little bit.
May have picked up some debris.
You just got to get that thing out of the way. Hard.
That didn't go our way.
Crap. That pick? I don't know, man.
Yes, it did.
Like the handle.
I think he just picked a little bit.
That's fine. Sorry. Whatever, dude. It's fine.
And you see these stones make a sudden movement. That looks way out there and lots of weight.
Yeah, you just saw it go all of a sudden. Just picked up a little something. And it's kind of almost stopped turning too. The handle has stopped.
Rotation.
Yeah. So that usually is a sign of that. So a bit of a bad break.
Did not appear to be a user error.
Come out.
I've been known to have an intern go like that once in a while, Kevin, just so you know.
But it goes early. Yeah, you know right away. Hurry, 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 forget it.
A chance to nose hit here in live 4.
Kind of took minimum ice here, so he's throwing some weight at it.
Looks good.
Very nice. Good throw. Double or triple there, maybe?
Well, you could maybe hit the, get rid of that biter. So hit a half rock and get rid of the top 2 and the back biter.
All right, bud. Bail me out. Pick me out.
We're having a look at exactly that.
A nice half. It's pretty natural, Chris. Bail.
So take out the 2 near the center line, and the shooter moves over and takes out the winger, Chris Plies.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah.
Half rock.
Yeah. Hard, Matty.
Trying to back it off the center line.
Just inside on that.
Okay, Susan on center.
Not a very good throw there. That was a fairly simple shot.
Good news is the middle is now open and no real danger of a steal for the Netherlands.
Buiten 4. Ja, anders heeft hij dit. Ah, buiten 8 is oké, toch? Of gewoon vooraf? Ja, dan gaat hij achterlangs.
So trying to block access around that corner.
Ja. Ja, ziet gewoon zelf snelheid hier. Ja.
Ja.
It's a good call as long as it doesn't go too deep.
Top 4. Okay.
Any other alternatives?
T-line.
T-line.
Well, yeah, you could play to the middle and maybe go even the other side of the 4 foot.
Nee, top
This is the third
Top
last
hier is
rock.
beter, zelfs tot 12 is ideaal. Hier is ideaal. Hier. Yep, ietsje.
That all of a sudden took off as well. That almost looked like it picked.
That acted strange.
Chance to get around those 2 yellows, perhaps.
Helemaal sideways.
Ja. Oké. Goed gegooid, Jaap. Ja, thanks.
I mean, you can even be a little bit deep and bury here probably, but it should dive right in here so you can be topside at T and be buried.
What are we thinking here?
I think we need a 95.
In a perfect world, try to put this red rock so that the furthest left yellow,
I see an inch.
that'll be a nice slash rock possibly for Netherlands. So try to put it between the yellows. So almost exactly on the T line is perfect here.
Between the yellow on the left and the one at the back of the 8 foot.
Right. And put them in a straight line.
There.
Okay.
Very difficult
Just
to do.
be
The
aware,
sweepers have to be
this one
sharp.
came down really fast.
That's
so
your best result.
9.
They're hoping it's going to stop so far.
Stop close.
The
Whoa.
line's excellent if it does stop.
Whoa. Sit. That'll play, Chris. Beauty. Attaboy.
Okay, Chris.
Second shot way back there.
At a 13-4.
Just a touch heavy the whole way.
75, 13-4.
Not bad though. It's something that could be usable.
The number 75, 95, you hear Team USA talking that that's a split time they use from the back line to the first hog line for how fast the thrower is sliding. 4 seconds is, would be 4.00. 95 is 3.95. So sweepers use that as another gauge of speed. Not all the teams here use that, but they certainly do. So from that first line there to this first hog line, that would be a 3.75 is what they got on Chris Pies' draw. Anyone with a stopwatch at home, you can do that yourself as you're watching.
And those are an individual time.
Right, they vary from player to player.
Right. I always had a slow slider, so my time was always less. Like 3.6 for me.
You'd have to kick out a little harder than your teammates with a fast slider would have.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. But my time was very consistent for me.
For you, all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So just in case people are wondering at home. So this is a nose hit.
I think I want
Double.
Chance to lie too.
I mean, I think that should get over there. I would assume. I mean, should I throw it softer?
Whatever you like.
There's not really
I mean,
a
I
plan
got
B here, is
2
it, Kevin?
inches of
Rolling
space.
buried isn't great.
I like control.
It's
I think I need
bound
a
to
little more than
jam
you have
the
there, though.
back.
This control?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
right on the
that's
nose and understanding that Netherlands will have a double back.
Should curl like.
Yeah, I think it's going to go.
Yeah. Just right in the nose makes the double eyes too.
There you go.
Just a little bit.
Solid control.
Whoa. Close though.
Whoa.
Close.
Steiner.
Steiner.
Get it going hard.
Hard. Keep going.
Getting it.
Hard.
You're getting it.
Needs to get to nose.
Whoa.
Touch it.
Beauty shot, John.
Really well done. Double to lie 2 by John Schuster.
Well played.
I was going to say before John threw that one, finally an outturn that Matt Hamilton will have to sweep, but it was Steiner trying to make it curl the whole way anyway.
Yeah, Matt almost hasn't had to sweep a rock yet today.
That's right. John Landsteiner, why don't you like me,
Beauty
skipper?
shot, John. Very nice. Well played.
Double back, as you mentioned, Kevin, but they still have to make it. Not super easy. Wouter Gosgens in his last shot here, and in number 5, trying to force USA to throw a shot against 3 or 4.
Oh, this one's really moving. Has to stay high side. Has to stay high side. Doesn't quite, over curled. So with a really nice double by John Schuster, he has a draw to the 8 foot now.
call this one the Skip's deuce. Set up a little bit with Chris Bly's draw as well. We'll give some credit where credit is due, but
You good? 2 inches inside edge.
great double by the Skip. And he needs a draw now to the 8-foot.
Like 4-0?
Sure.
4-0, 4.0 seconds to Hog, sit backline to Hog. Get your stopwatches, everyone.
Six, 7.
Okay.
We'll be looking for 14.2-ish to the
All
tee
you
line.
guys, keep brooms down if you can.
6-7 still.
Really curling.
Brooms down if you can.
Line looks good. No problem.
14-2.
Always like seeing the
Heavy
sweepers
clean all the way in.
dust it.
Good.
Look at that. Just move across
Shot
though,
down.
but
Two red.
nice draw to the side of the button.
Head 4-0.
2 for Team USA here as we end the first half.
4-0.
Well played game by both teams. Netherlands will have the hammer, down 2 as we head to end number 6.
Yeah, that
I
draw
don't know. The
applies.
6 is.
Third end of play. After exchanging singles in the first 2 ends, Team USA's good play was rewarded here with an out-turn hit for 2.
They did hold it well enough to get the deuce.
Fourth end, Netherlands with the hammer. And after really a missed sweeping call by Team Schuster, Wouter Gosgens had this shot score 2 of his own. Worked hard, held it straight.
Lekker houden. Mooi bal.
Nice.
Tied game after 4 ends of play, 3-3. Not a lot to choose between these teams, Kevin, but it was a great shot by John on his first here to set up this draw for 2.
Yeah, a really nice double on John's first one, and then Skipper for the Netherlands had the same shot, but didn't make the double.
14-2.
And now it's an out-turn draw to
Heavy
the
clean all
button
the way in.
for 2 points and the lead at the half.
Two red.
We get 97.
Well played game through 5 ends. 5-3 USA. As we look around all 4 sheets, Switzerland up 3-2 on Korea. Sweden narrow 3-2 lead over Germany, playing tough in the 5th end, and Norway down 4-1 to Canada, playing end number 5.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. It feels a little bit soft.
You're a hack waiter there. I didn't know if I could clean or not.
Different, just I would.
Yeah, dude, it seems like it was way out there, that hack weight, and then all of a sudden.
I think that's good.
It was a hair heavy. It picked for sure. It lost hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do feel a little bit better about it,
stay in
because
it
I'm
after
like,
that pick, like
Yeah.
there's a shitty break.
Grind it out.
Yeah, just keep
Getting
grinding.
twos and we have a hammer.
Yeah.
Just curling up a little bit. Curling up a little. The difference between the hit weights is more significant than it has been in some other games. Like we've been able to throw that 11, 10, 9, and it's quite small differences. This game, there are a little bit bigger differences for the amount of curl you're going to get. So just stay sharp, stay alert, and make sure you're getting as much out of each stone that you can. Eliminating there is the first priority.
Let's check out the stats here after 5 ends of play, and not a lot to choose between the teams, and that reflected on the scoreboard. Netherlands at 85 as a team, and USA at 83. So Netherlands 2 down heading to the 6th end, looking to get 2 right back.
thought it was enough.
Line's good.
Might just be 3.
Chris, go ahead.
It's a 3, John.
Yep, Chris, go ahead. Get a nice tight 3, as tight as you can.
Second half of the game underway here.
Easy, easy, easy. Unless you're
In
all the way
a
in.
very good
Yep.
battle through 5 ends.
Good.
Team Netherlands hanging in very well.
Yep.
Giving John Schuster and Team USA all they can handle through 5. And Netherlands will throw a couple of corner guards, at least one here, in this, a couple of corner guards in number 6. Kevin?
Try to grab that 2 back, and you're right. The percentages, actually, Netherlands are slightly ahead of the U.S. right now, so putting on a real good battle here.
Okay. Goed veeg, boys. Close. Goed veeg, boys.
And John Landsteiner down a little, 80%. Somebody tough doing stats tonight. I can't think of too many that John's missed.
No.
Tons of room.
Yeah,
6.
You just let it grab and go, Chris, if you want. Just let it grab and go. It's fine. Maybe last. Just let it keep grabbing. Keep it above T. Even if it's not very, it doesn't matter. It's good. That way, Steiner. Nice pair.
Did I flare that a little? I mean,
not really. I liked it. That might just be the difference in curl.
Trying to figure out why his rock didn't curl as much as his first one did.
Could just be a little bit straighter stone, that one. Which would be no big deal. Just adjust a little bit for it. Trying to hit and roll here behind the corner guard.
Hard, John. Yep, hard. Yep, them. Whoa.
This is moving though.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
Not bad. 5 rock rule. That is a biter, so
I got it.
You like normal though?
Matt Hamilton can hit that stone. Try to just roll right to where John Schuster's broom is, ideally. Nice game so far for Matt Hamilton, 88.
Chris, go ahead. Chris.
Through 5 ends.
Whoa, let's roll it all the way up. All the way up, Chris. All the way up. All the way up. 8-7.
Sorry,
Johnny. Little
Yeah,
heavier
right.
than John was asking for. 8-7. That's the speed between hog lines, 8.7 seconds.
Maar 12 is ideaal. De kaart te hoog is.
They'd asked for normal, and I guess, I mean, every team's got their own normal, whatever that happens to be, so likely 9.5 seconds.
9.5, I believe, is their normal, yes.
There's one reason why Team Netherlands is ahead. Lauren's having a great game, 95% through 5 ends.
And being asked to bury around this corner guard in front of the tee line. Line's excellent. Line's good if the weight's good. Really good.
Goed veeg. Oké, goed
Yep.
gegooid, Lau.
Another excellent shot. And well swept.
Gewoon any buried. Line's close.
Oké, buiten af.
Big finish at the end by Wouter, trying to make it curl.
5-4. Goed veeg.
The guard is fairly long, though, so a well-thrown rock. This is curling early, though. Need to hold this one.
Yep, Steiner on the shooter.
This is on the guard.
Good boy, Matty. Great weight, buddy. Great weight. Yep.
Matt's not convinced. Spins into lie 2, actually, so a decent result, although not what they were hoping for.
Leggen we tweede?
Nee. Kijk maar op het ding. Er ligt geen tweede.
Ik zou die rechter hitten. Ja, dan denk ik dat.
Ja, dat kan ook niet.
Kan niet?
Je rolt erachter.
Nee, kijk op de scherm. Je rolt hij gaat wel voor dit. Ik zou gewoon die rechter nose hitten.
Players looking up to some screens that are in the arena. There they are in the background there. So the players at the far end can see what's going on at the house, in the house at the other end.
Dan hebben we 4 kansen op een
Pretty good idea.
A very good idea.
I mean, as a skip, I never really liked them questioning the calls quite so much, Kev. But I do like especially when if you have to play a freeze, I think it's really important for the sweepers to know exactly how deep they need to take a stone.
9-9.
Look briefly at the freeze here.
I don't mind this hit. Well, I was just going to say I didn't mind that hit and stay, but rolled out.
It's an unforced error. I'm sure Team USA would be happy to let the Netherlands blank here.
I think right on the
and
nose
then number
is good.
6.
Yeah, I do too.
Get
And
the
try to force in 7. Now you've got the hammer in the all-important 8.
Then we can try to make the roll big.
supplies at 80
Yep, hard,
through 5 ends.
hard,
That looked a little tight early.
hard.
Hard for
Hard,
Pete,
Steiner, get
Steiner.
going. Hard.
Yeah, based on John's reaction, definitely on the
sweep,
inside.
Thank you. That was a completely shit slide.
Chris has had some moments this week, just maybe struggling technically a little bit, and
Pete, Steiner.
one of the other games we covered of his, of Team USA, he also struggled with that intern.
Because that was just tight right away. That was
Never a
nothing. There was nothing other than just the technical part that had that inside.
Yeah, I heard him say bad slide. It's a very important thing to do, to acknowledge a bad throw, so that for a couple reasons. One, you try to fix it yourself on your next one, but also if your sweepers are wondering whether or not you might have picked something up, or maybe they misread the slide and say, no, it was me. Chris taking ownership of that.
Well, if you don't, then all of a sudden you have to play the same shot. The skip will give more ice.
Right.
But didn't need to.
Right.
Okay, good space, boys. Close. Okay. Close.
So interesting shot here for Chris. So
Yeah, it's peel on the nose.
the exact same
Peel on
shot.
the nose.
Yeah, nose anywhere.
Let's
on,
throw
it's all
more
the
weight
same.
just in case.
Peel.
I'll throw this one better. That last one was
Sounds good.
not great to say the least.
There you go, just part of it. It happens.
Yep. Hard.
So, same again.
This is inside, close to jamming. Got away with it.
That's why they threw more weight on that one.
That was the worst sound.
Get me a beer.
Yeah, 2. Whatever size you want.
Well, it was a little bit better.
Yeah.
John Landsteiner's just going end to end every intern.
Steiner, if you ever need a switch. This is the rock.
He's like, come on, give me an out turn.
You heard Matt Hamilton say, hey, man, if you need to switch. Like they're thinking they might switch because tiring them out.
We had that happen a few years ago, if you remember, Kevin. Team Gushu and Jeff Walker actually was injured a little bit, and they kept switching the inside sweeper. Brett Gallant and Jeff kept switching back and forth. And in fact, at the Briar, Brad's Gushu's draw to win, it was Mark Nichols had to run out and help them sweep it in for victory. Jeff just couldn't do it, and injuries and fatigue at this World Championship are something we're seeing maybe more than we would have otherwise. We talked a little bit about that already.
I don't really trust. I mean, I don't know that I trust.
So many games, and then for a lot of teams, not a lot of games coming in.
Right.
So the body's not quite ready to
throw control on this line, or would you like me to throw normal?
sweep like John Landsteiner is this game.
Well, and again, a lot of the sweepers, their wrists and hands are all taped up as well. And again, that's unusual. Usually your hands are well calloused by the time you get to an event like this.
All right, I'm throwing normal. Normal, Chris.
Another intern.
Normal.
And Matt Hamilton did take the inside here this time.
Yep.
Easy.
Just dance it.
Steiner, or curl.
Hard, Matt, anything.
John Landsteiner would have if he had to jump in and make a curl, would have been funny.
Johnny.
But Matt Hamilton gave John Landsteiner a break on that one.
Ik wil nu wel blanken, hè, Wout? Ik wil nu wel blanken dan, toch?
Nee, nu kan je maar oprollen. Oh, ik rol door. Shit. Dus als je hem nu erop rolt, dan pielt je zelf eruit. Want de dubbel is echt
Niet eens. Zeker niet. Want hij ligt echt heel
You heard
hoog.
them talking blank, so try to make the double and
Hit erop. Het is iets dunner als support.
take their chances. And then number 7 with the hammer.
Ja, niet over.
Yeah, makes sense. It's a little bit steep, so I want to be careful not to roll out of the house. That corner guard way on the side might be usable, hey?
Sid Wouter, 88
10.
through 5 ends.
Clean. 10. 9-8. Oh. 9-8. Clean. 9-8.
There's playing hit and roll, I think, with that weight.
Not enough weight for that. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Waar je steen, Wout?
Terrific. Shot rock.
That'll help with the blank.
Is that you?
10-2 zo.
The one difficult thing about Matt Hamilton switching sides is that he doesn't use a gripper to sweep with, so I think they're going back to normal. Having a lefty and a righty at front end is really helpful. You get both players with sliders on either side of the stone, and if John Landsunder does have to go end to end, this will only be about 6 or 7 seconds of sweeping. So with the speed this is coming at,
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
Beauty,
nicely
Johnny.
done.
picked it clean. Great shot.
The interns can run straight.
Yeah, just throw 6'5".
And throw it straight.
Yeah,
Anything is possible.
Do you believe
6'5"
in
and out,
miracles?
and it's easy.
Meteen goed veeg.
Ja. Gaan we doen nou. Dit is
So
jou.
Netherlands now looking for the blank. Final stone on its way here in end number 6.
Bill!
Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Oh, we're going hard on this.
Hard. Yep. Hard.
Go hard to roll it out.
Goed
Does.
veeg.
Never a doubt.
Top.
So nothing doing for Team Netherlands with the hammer in 6. They'll try again. And in number 7, they'll be down 5-3 to the United States.
I get us out anything. I hit an open hit.
Nee, inderdaad. Maar deze was gewoon clean en ja, dan kult hij inderdaad.
Ja, goed gegooid.
Helemaal goed. Goed bezig. Goede awareness. Dus ja, gewoon kijken of we iets meer kunnen creëren, zeg maar.
Ja.
Maar op zich was al best wel close. Het is gewoon
Als hij nu 2 keer in het huis gaat, kan er dan wel omheen?
Omheen.
I don't know. I'd love to get a force or blank here. I mean, a force here is great. Yeah. I mean, even if they,
Or
I'm okay
seal
with
go
blank
by
too,
3.
honestly. Yeah. Yeah, force, and then we score.
Do we like to throw it? I'm just wondering if we want to throw it in or if we want to throw it tight. That's all. Steiners first.
Right, good.
I think you got it.
Looks good from here.
3, all 3.
Okay. Got some curling to do.
It's got a tiny bit of sitting to do.
Yeah, tiny bit sitting to do too. All right. 15 more.
I go top 8?
2. I think it'll stop, man.
It's not stopping.
Okay, go ahead. Go. Yep. Yep, get 8 foot.
7th end
Steiner, that's
underway
Good.
in our key matchup here between the United States and the Netherlands.
it was
U.S.
that heavy?
still
Not
up
really.
I got a time
5-3.
in the
Netherlands
series
with the
going on
hammer
top 8.
in the break. Team USA talking about either getting a force
Yep, lijn.
of 1 for the Netherlands or
2-3.
even a blank wouldn't be so bad, they said. But I think plan A would be to force Netherlands to score 1 or steal 1. And if you're the Netherlands, I don't think they would mind a blank, to be honest.
No, that would be just fine.
But John will he'll mix it up a little bit here. Definitely trying to figure out a way to make Team Netherlands score.
Love the line.
18, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice tight guard here.
It's going to be Matt, though. Looks like it's still good. Got lots of curling to do, but it should finish.
So it looks like it's going to sit.
You think this one's going to sit?
Yeah.
15-7, okay. Go ahead then. Yep. Fully cover this one if you can. Go.
Trying to keep it short of the rings.
Good. Nice pair, Steiner. That boy.
In the free guard zone. Well done.
Perfect shot.
I mean, we had a 10 and an 18, so that rock's definitely slow.
Yeah.
Right? And then he had about...
Carlo Glasbergen with the intern come around. Is the
hoor,
call?
Zeker harder.
12. Oké, easy dan. Ja, O-line ook. O-line. Scheelt veel minder. Oké, ja,
Lots
dan
of
is
room.
het top 4. Ja, Wout. Push hem. Ga maar. Yep. Top 4. Yep, hard Wout. Finish hem.
Push hem. Top 4.
Yep.
Really making this curl at the end. Excellent sweeping by the young
Prima.
Wouter.
Tot 2.
Nou, dat is niet heel veel harder.
Interesting, worked with Team Netherlands a number of years ago when I was in Switzerland, just doing a sweeping test for power.
You guys like this
And
one
they're
now?
all,
I got a bit
they actually weighed less than they do now, if you can imagine. They were 6'4" and weighing about 130 pounds, but the height and the downward pressure they were applying was as good as almost any of the older teams. And so technically they were actually pretty good, and just kind of showed the more upright you can keep your broom as you're going down the ice, the better. So height and power do matter. You see a lot of the best sweepers in the world. You know, you said Botcher's front end or just.
6'7".
You know, how tall's Kark? 6'2", 6'3"? And
Yeah, him and Brad are exactly the same height.
Yeah.
Around almost 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah. And they weigh a lot.
Around 220, 220, 230.
Not a lot of fat on those guys.
Go ahead, yep.
So you know, size matters. Same, you can say the same about Team Gushu's front end and Team Dean, and well, any of the top teams really. They're all just fantastic sweepers, including Team Schuster.
That was breaks, yeah.
Oh, you had it too. Okay. 8.
Yep.
Oké.
8. Rol hem naar de edge 4. Oké.
Netherlands gonna rattle the middle here, Kevin. Looks like, as we head over to sheet A. That's a lot of red up front, and Switzerland is red and throwing.
A lot of red and red up to bat, so it's a draw to the 8-foot for 4, which would break this one right open, and big game for Switzerland to be able to stay at 5 and have a chance at getting into the playoffs. That looks just fine, so that's 4, so 7-2 now after 6.
While we're doing updates, let's head over to sheet C. Team Sweden trying to find their way into the semifinals.
That yellow stone on the side is second shot, so this is a hit and stay for 2. You've been saying how impressive this German team is.
6th Totzek, 21-year-old skip. And they'll look at it, but it's 2 and tie game through 6 ends. Team Germany playing tough, playing for pride.
2-3.
Scheelt nog niet veel.
3.
Easy.
Diepe 3. Heel tijd. Bijna bij de 12.
Hij is gewoon 3. Hij is voor het logo.
3.
Ja.
Netherlands ignoring the red stones in the rings and appear to be all in to try to score here, Kevin. They could hit and lie 2nd and 3rd perhaps, and maybe keep the blank option alive, but that call would indicate them trying to score here.
Thin half.
Get points now.
I think you could walk it in here.
Okay.
If you like it, you can play the same thing again too.
I think I can make that.
You like the board?
But does it ever knock that yellow in if we throw the run?
What's up?
Does it ever?
Your run, I think the shooter rounds over and taps that yellow in.
If I make the run double, do I tap the yellow in?
This one, no, because the run. You make this one, Chris. You're just going right to the side. It's not.
What do you guys think is better?
I don't think you can ever tap the high side and tap it in.
Okay, whatever you like.
Let's play this.
Okay.
Probably the better result.
Yeah.
I certainly like this call rather than coming around, because if it ever overcurled, you'd tap the yellow into the rings.
Well, that would be more of a concern of moving a yellow into play, that's for sure. And even a straight peel here is fine.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's a decent result.
Opens up the freeze, because that wasn't a good setup with that red one behind the tee line. So now it's not covered, so that's a good thing for Team USA.
Zeker weten. Je kan ook hier, dit vind ik ook goed.
Ja, dat dacht ik eigenlijk.
Laten we maar de dubbel, maak die hem, dan freeze je hem.
Ja, dan freeze je hem daarna.
Zo snel te volgen, denk jij.
Ja. Hij gaat wel hard voor de dubbel, maar dan kan je hem nog freezen, denk ik.
Ja, dat klopt.
Let's head back over to sheet D. Team Norway with the hammer in end number 6. Kevin throwing red, so it looks like an open hit for 2.
Yeah, really, really well played end by Norway. The whole end, around the corner guard, nice and safe, playing to the open side most of the time. And Brendan Botcher on his last just hit and stayed in the open side, and now it's another hit and stay for 2 points. Well played end by Team Norway.
4-3 for Canada in that all-important battle. They'll have the hammer in end number 7. We head back to our feature matchup. Team Netherlands and Team USA. It's like a makeable double here now for Chris Plies.
It's about a third. What turn you want to throw? Same one you just threw?
Sure.
Okay.
The guy who's struggling with his intern will take the out turn, I suspect.
Gets way more
Yeah, a nice third.
Your intern will get more action, but this out turn's probably going to run a little better, right?
Chris, I broomed you here. I read you there.
Okay.
So can I give you this? If I give you this broom, I think you just make it.
Okay.
Out turn it is.
It's a good confident statement from the skip. If I give you here, I think you'll make it. Okay, well, sounds good.
Hard! Hard! Clean, 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 clean.
That's what Chris Plies needed.
That's a pistol.
Try not to act surprised. It's a giveaway, Chris. Well done.
I just really like the way the skip handled that conversation, working with the athlete.
100%.
Really good.
You know, it's a team game. It's not just about making shots. You got to support each other out there. Well done.
T-line.
All 4 members involved in that one.
Back 4.
Other than John. John's strong silent type of lead. John Landsteiner.
Back 8. Yep.
Freeze attempt.
Yep.
This should
Hard.
curl enough.
Hard.
They're
Definitely.
Hard.
trying to play the tick now, Kev.
Just way too heavy.
It was heavy, so they were going with the audible there.
It's a good try.
Good call out.
Right through the house.
Yep, and Dorp will not be pleased with himself. That was not that hard of a shot with the rock on the tee line or slightly behind. Now it goes from a opportunity for 2 to a potential steal now for Team USA.
That's still probably close to max.
I think it's max.
Yeah, okay. So you like that better then, where you just moved it to?
I like that better, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to overcurl. That's the only.
For sure.
I mean, we're just half 4 foot, right?
Yeah.
Like pro side is top 8.
Yeah, just half in the top 4.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if you leave it a little open, it's fine.
I just had a 13.
You can't afford to have it over curl. You heard John Schuster say that. That would open up the freeze again for Wouter Goskens.
15-2 into the top 12. So I mean, I think it's like 14-8 to be good.
Okay.
So they're trying for a 14-8. You heard them say to the top 4.
5. Love it.
Easy, 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 easy.
I like the way, John.
I think it's a little warm.
I don't think so.
Got room right now.
Line's good, though.
Where?
5.
Easy.
Okay. Line's
5.
good.
No, it's
Line's
heavy.
good.
It's heavy.
It's revving up
It's gonna be
good.
Steiner inside.
It's 5. It's just a 5.
I was Steiner.
14-1, so that's in the ballpark of what they need.
Definitely does not want to curl anymore, or opens up that freeze. Oh, that's very nice. It's really, really good. Yes.
Well, I said I think if they went a little further, that would not have been good for Team USA. So a tricky freeze now. You're basically drawing around a stone at the top of the 8 foot to the top of the button.
It's been nice to be with you.
I'm your curling wife.
Hij overkurt hem iets, dus hij laat precies het gat open.
Ja, het ligt nog steeds zoveel
Het is nog steeds gewoon 4-2, dus.
This is a very important shot for Team Netherlands. If they want to score this end, they need to be shot stone when this one comes to rest, or John can block off the path into the button.
4-2, gewoon. 4-2 is 4-2.
Just throw a rock anywhere between those two reds out front and no way in.
Yeah, no way in at all.
Big shot for the thrower and the sweepers here for Team Netherlands. Keep an eye on this.
Oké, easy dan. Back 4. Back 4, back 8. Kan je hem chippen? Back 4, back 8. Oké, dat is oké. Back 4. Yep. Easy. Back 4. Oh.
Needs to curl too.
Yep. Close.
Trying to play the tick. They got it.
Boy,
Okay.
that is. Oh, they just kicked the rock.
Yeah, it was just biting, so. Yeah, just
Goeie
biting.
tweede optie. Ja, goed dat je meteen valt. Sorry. Was 4-1 toch?
It was very kind of John Schuster, but watch this at the end. So they get the little tick here,
We hadden nooit de lijn om hem niet te
and
bouwen.
then the sweepers, just as they're walking away, actually kick the stationary stone.
4-15. Vroeg hem tot een marge.
Stopped.
Ja, tot net 4.
Boot.
Caught a toe. Yeah, it's very nice of
Yeah, but this is good too.
I mean, I guess that
Team
makes
USA.
this shot easier, though,
Well,
right?
not
gentlemen.
Well,
I think
you
I
can't
wanna
remove
be-
a stationary stone from play, but the trick
Yeah,
is there's very close to being shot rock. I don't think that the yellow was shot stone at this point.
That's fine, yeah, foot out of the
But,
house.
I don't think it was either.
Could have
No,
been
no.
We just
could
gotta
have
make
been
sure, 'cause if
a
we're
very
foot out of the
interesting
house, he might be
situation.
able to walk it, so.
You like
Little
this?
more,
I think it was handled perfectly. And now your shot, Mike.
Just shy.
A guard between the two reds.
Yeah, just a foot,
mean,
a foot
even
or so
honestly,
left
there's
of the center line, or 6 inches left of the center line would be ideal on any line at all.
Okay, 15, 20.
15, 20.
It's going to be very difficult for Netherlands to score here in end number 7 if this can be made.
Light. Always Steiner right now.
If it's missed, there may be a shot for 2.
Light. 2.
Still Steiner, just Steiner.
You sure? Feel like I gotta go.
Keep going, Stein.
I'm sure John was thrilled to hear that.
Curl.
No.
No, straight. Oh.
Straight. Never
Oh,
curl.
oh.
Never curl.
It's good.
We know where it needs to go.
Very
Always-
good.
Always a battle. Good enough. I don't know that there's anything there for 2.
No, he couldn't make the hole. He going through the hole.
Wat denk je? Lifting, denk dit.
Could they make the same type of shot though? Perhaps for 2. I shouldn't have said that, but maybe they could just feather that red again.
Ja, precies de marge. Marge is
Don't know what else they have.
There's not much room though.
Helemaal mee eens.
There's only a little bit of room. It'd have to be with heavy draw. Probably only for
Kunnen we een
one.
halve steen doen of zo, toch? Ja. Moet ook genoeg curlen, want die guard ligt nog best wel in de weg.
It's like they're throwing some weight at it.
Ja.
You must think they can just get by and feather through there, squeeze through.
Gewoon lekker doen.
Back line type of stuff.
No, I think they're throwing weight, Kev. Like I think it's like a quarter rock trying to go red off the red at the top of the 8 and straight back.
Oof,
With some speed.
Careful. You want to
In één keer
pick
uit je
your
meer,
yellow out
want
there.
nu kunnen we niet curlen. Anders zit ik op de guard. Goed. Ja.
Oké, lengte. Normaal.
Degree of difficulty off the charts here for the Netherlands.
Daarom zeg ik.
dacht dat meer lengte.
Normaal.
Gewoon af.
God, what a lucky ass.
Yeah. Oh, stupid. This is gross. Like we're stealing 2. Yeah. I was only.
Ja.
In turn from the Netherlands. See what they can
8,5.
get out of this one.
Af. Close. Op. Dunner is beter. Oh. Curl.
Go, go.
Just like that.
Well done.
Fantastic shot from Wouter Gooskens. Couldn't have hit it much better. Maybe a little harder, but great result. Team USA, though, has to be pleased with the result. Got the force, and they'll take hammer into end number 8. Up 1.
I don't think we want to be too messy in the middle. No, I don't think. Maybe throw it out to the corner. Oh, tick. This is tick time. Yeah. Yeah.
Oké, lijn is ook ietsje krap.
Make sure.
Ah, lijn is oké. Nee, nee,
Make sure.
Lijn is terug. Kijken. Ja, hij is daar.
All important 8th end underway. You're watching live coverage of our feature matchup, United States versus the Netherlands, at the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021 from the Win Sport Arena in Calgary, Canada. Mike Harris along with Kevin Martin. And we've had a heck of a shot there by Netherlands to score 1 in end number 7. Tighten this match up a little bit.
Still got it, Matt. Gotta go, though. Gotta stay up the line, Matty. Come on. Hard, stay up.
And all those angles, that was all played.
Hard, Matty.
That was the cold shot. Terrific.
Wasn't that soft?
John Schuster jumping out of the way, then jumping back in to sweep. Good shot there from John Landsteiner. Gets rid of the center guard, rolls for a little bit of a corner, even though that Yellowstone is in the rings. Keys here for Team USA as we look at the battle at lead. Kevin, what's the game plan?
Well, an 8. They definitely like to keep that middle open. Definitely. So you saw the tick shot on the first. You'll probably see another one, I would think, on the second. Try to keep it open and maybe sneak a 2 points would be fantastic. Then it's 1 hammer each. You'd have a big lead. You would look pretty good at that point.
Definitely prevent a steal. That's goal 1 from what I'm hearing.
Well, if you can imagine, if the Netherlands can manage to steal this end, then all of a sudden you're a tie game, 1 hammer each.
Yeah.
It's anybody's game.
It's coin toss, right? So that is a very high corner guard, essentially. So John doesn't see any threat there. He's going to hit the one in the rings. Asking John Landsteiner for his out-turn hit. Would love to stay, obviously.
Looks good.
Clean, 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 clean.
The other 2 rocks are basically corner guards. Pretty good setup for Team USA right now. Fairly.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, man. Oh, you just have to keep going. Yeah. We know it's frustrating this. Yeah.
So Lawrence Hoekman asked for the come around into the top 8 foot.
12 acht. Haartje wijd nog. Gardo, Gardo. Hard Gardo. 12. Hard Gardo, yep.
There's no need to be anywhere too deep in the house on this one. Just
all the way finish. Lane Gardo. Yeah.
Just way out there for a line.
They're going to have to
All the way, hard.
take it as far back as they can, see if they can bury a little bit of it.
Harder, go.
It's trying.
Okay. Good fight, lad.
That is hard-working sweeper there. Carlo Glassmer doing a very good job of getting that partially buried.
Cheers, good ball.
Ja, moest er gaan.
Oh, a little tap and roll. Be good to stay in the full forefoot on the other side of the center line.
Solid.
Yep. Hard.
Hard Steiner.
Keep this off center as long as possible. It'll really go.
Hard. Hard.
There's another guard coming up. There it is. Oh, well swept.
Roll it. That's good. It's good. That away, Matt. Nice shot, buddy.
Well swept by John Landsteiner.
Tell me if you want a break.
Good battle at second as well. Matt Hamilton at 86.
10-3.
Lawrence Hookman at 84.
10-3.
Not much to choose between these two teams tonight.
Carlo. Carlo.
Gewoon aan die kant? Ja.
Hard, Carlo. Je hebt ze nog. Hard.
I think I like rolling on here.
So
It's,
too.
good. It's a good height.
This way, buddy.
What kind of way
If
you
that
like
rock was
control?
closer to the tee line,
They just
they
threw a 10-1
probably would
run,
not
really
want to
nice.
roll buried, Kevin, but they like this one here.
Yeah, it's quite high. You'd be
Sounds good.
a long way in front of the tee. Tough to. We could freeze to it, but it wouldn't do you much good if the U.S. were to roll here. So it's a good call.
Weight's close.
Easy. Clean.
They have made the switch here. Chris Plies taking the stone on the intern side.
Close. Starter. Guard. A little bit. Go. Hard.
It's close.
Whoa. Whoa.
Chris Plies using a mixed doubles move, just swinging around to the curl, swinging to the side to make the rock curl.
Good pair.
Yeah, like half buried?
Yeah, not quite half. 2/3.
Giving the veteran lead a little bit of a break.
Well, he's been going hard on a lot of rocks.
Seems like almost every shot they've thrown has been end to end.
Stop af.
Yeah.
Didn't see the call. I'm assuming it's a freeze or a little come around.
And either or is just fine. Need something in the middle. Need to block up the center. And you don't have hammer.
3. Je hebt dat. Weiter. Kul bijna.
12.
Kul nog niet.
3-12 kan ik
Oké,
doen.
gaat nu. 3.
Indeed looking for the freeze.
Kort. Bijten 12.
Hard. Yep.
A little bit short.
Yep. Krijg maar haartje
Super's
achter.
calling a guard.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, and overlapped a little.
Ik kan hem niet
Oh,
runnen.
this is all of a sudden a very good opportunity for Team USA to score a few. The challenge to what you were saying earlier, though, Kevin, is the yellow guard's near the center line. How much risk do you take here?
These two?
Yeah.
This is like 3.5 feet, almost a broom handle.
I think
Let's go down.
I
Yeah,
think
we
we
got
gotta
time.
go side by side with that red. So they
Can have a
can't
look.
sink.
This is a crucial moment in the game. Kevin, what do you like
Do you
with your
think
Team
we can get
USA
enough
here?
of this to make it?
Could we ever go 6
Well, you
inches
know.
deeper?
Yeah, I mean,
You could come around, but that isn't without risk.
Little dicey, I guess.
Because now all of a sudden you're playing around the
I mean, right
middle.
now it's not. I mean, he's got to
You
make
could
this
peel
tap, but I
that
guess he can make this probably with
tight
half.
guard off.
We're talking though.
You're
like,
still
you-
lying too,
he definitely
looking
sink
good.
one under
Oh,
there
for
and
sure.
shot.
But
That's
then
why I
we're
like
going to
biting
open
top
up the
four.
freeze for him, and then we have to make sure we can make contact
So
here. That's
maybe
all.
we do just throw one over to the wing again. Make him really think about it.
I mean, because but if he sinks,
While we watch
he freezes on it.
Schuster discuss things, it's Brendan Botcher's final stone here now, Kevin, and end number 7. What's he got here?
Yeah, Canada is lying 1, so they looked at drawing the button for 2, but they thought, you know what, this is an easier shot. Trying to hit half rock to get 2 and maybe 3 if it sneaks through the hole. It didn't, but it's still 2. It's big 2 points this time of the game.
Also do this if you want.
As we said, both teams on sheet D are at 4 losses. That 5th loss is on the outside looking in potentially.
So,
So,
I still want to make what's that?
Team Canada in
I
control,
think we need timeout.
Okay.
3 up,
I think it's either hit and roll. I'm okay
playing
with this
8.
too.
All right,
I don't like this. I don't think.
Okay. Let's
Even
make,
I mean,
whichever one you like better, John.
I mean, if we hook this and then they warp,
And then- yeah, then it's
I don't
done.
want to hook that. Hooking it this way is fine. That's good.
Gonna go wide out
I
turn.
think this is the shot.
Sure.
Thinking they could chase on the intern side quite easily.
Yeah.
They can be slower or faster out here.
I think slower.
Netherlands only has 3 rocks left
You
to
think
come,
if I
and
give you a 4, like a 95?
obviously 2 or more
Like a
for
90 out here, I think.
Team USA would really
I think so.
give them control of this one.
On the 95.
But you want to stay away from that steal. And
So you're
this
not
is-
convinced this is the right
Yeah,
call.
I'm not convinced with the scoreboard where it is.
Here's the numbers
Heavy right
of
now.
our third stone throwers
let it
through
ride
7
right now.
ends.
No clean then.
Nothing to choose from.
6.
Okay, clean now.
6.
Looks like it's turning
down.
already.
Both at
But all you
75%.
guys,
5.
lots of room. Line's great.
Weight's perfect.
Line's perfect. Yep.
Weight's
14
perfect,
flat,
line's
guys.
perfect.
Easy.
Gotta be
Close.
good.
It's there. It's there. It's there. It's
I
there.
know. I'm talking to you though, Matt. Just
Perfect.
Both of you. Attaboy. Attaboy, Chris.
That it is.
Attaboy.
And that can be promoted if
Good judge, sweetheart.
Team Netherlands does actually come to the back 4 buried.
Good
You could
judge.
always bump that rock,
85.
so
Yeah,
Great
I
judge.
gave it a little bit.
excellent shot.
Out instead of forward.
And as predicted by John Schuster, here comes the Netherlands trying to warp one around that stone at the top 8 foot into the side of the button.
Ja, backputten is ideaal natuurlijk.
Ja,
Kina
precies.
backputten.
Maar je moet wel eigenlijk net 4 voet raken nog, toch? Ja.
Ja,
Oké.
zeker. Marge is wel net iets hoger. Als je top 4 bent, is het ook oké.
Ja. Oké,
It
ja.
will definitely curl enough to get mostly buried behind
Or
that
even
stone.
even all buried.
behind
Sure,
top
back 4
8.
foot.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no question about this call.
12
That's
af.
right.
Back 4. Top 8. Je hebt dan. Top 4. Alleen lijntje. Top 4. Top 8. Alleen lijntje.
Yep,
Top
yep,
8.
yep,
Gotta go.
Hard boys.
Waar is die?
Yep.
Top 8. Wijtje 4.
Yep, gewoon helemaal
Wijtje 4. Je hebt lijn.
Looks like it might be a little bit light for back 4, but it is certainly warping in there.
Vol 4. Shit. Mooie balpik.
Nice.
Probably 2/3 open, half open at least.
Ja, ik weet niet wat daar gebeurde.
Certainly
Top 8. Ja, oké.
accessible with a bump weight.
I mean, I know Team USA would like to avoid
You gotta
touching
probably
their
hit
own
what you
red,
can
but
see, but you can obviously hit a little more.
Okay.
just getting
but you
that
can
stone
see
out
it
of
should
there,
go past
rolling the
this.
shooter away
Okay.
is
You
good
like
enough.
Forward?
Yeah.
Because I think I like to get this rolling.
Answer.
Forward.
Chris Plies needs a clean in-turn here, Kevin. He's had a couple of tight slides. We'll see. Needs a good one.
Yeah, anything tight here will certainly curl too much.
Clean.
Good board.
Clean. Yeah.
Look good.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
Looks good. It'll still move.
Hard, hard, hard. Big roll, Matt. Big roll. We need it. Hard. Go, go, go. Every inch.
Come on, come on,
Hard
come
and
on.
more. Attaboy, Chris.
Much better throw there from Chris
2
Plies.
pistols, dude.
Great
1
shot.
pistol, 2 pistols.
I hate you so much.
It's nice to have a person like Matt Hamilton on the team. You know, it relaxes everybody in a tense situation.
Kijk, dubbel ligt er niet. Ze liggen zo op de hoogte, dus we rollen gewoon. Ja. Net cross center. Je moet nog steeds best wel flat rollen, toch? Ja, je rolt hem achter zijn eigen.
May be able to roll right up against that red stone in the
Net bij het
4 foot that's buried.
Ja.
Ja, in ieder geval vol 4.
Huge pressure though on
Ja.
Wouter on this one. Really needs a good one, or could be looking at 3 or 4 on his next.
Normaal.
Not throwing it hard.
Yep. 9-2. Hard, Joost. Hard. Alles. Hard. 9-2. Hard. Hammer daar, hammer daar, hammer daar. Yep, 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 yep.
Just got that in-turn going. That side of the sheet really will curl if you're not positive. And
Close.
now Netherlands in some trouble, and Team USA with a big opportunity here to score a bundle.
Hebben we hier eerder gegooid?
Again,
Ja, ik net.
Wouter hanging tough with the Olympic champion, 91%
Just in
up
case we needed to come off of it.
a little
I mean, I
bit
don't
on
want it.
John,
The last
but
thing we want to do is go here, though.
No,
That-
no, I
that
was
hit and
actually
roll out
thinking
will
here.
hurt
Just
here
take
in
away
8.
that, 'cause he's throwing this.
And not just percentage.
I know. I think we're inviting men
Tough
for it.
shots.
Well, I
Inviting
just
him to it.
that
If we go here,
I can
Yeah,
throw
not
it.
just not just the percentage. Yeah, it won't hurt the percentage. You're right. It's
So,
going to
I
hurt
think we're going
the
here,
scoreboard.
Okay.
I mean, I could throw it. We could try to split T-line, so if he makes it really good, I just come off this one.
let's
but we
shoot for
can't be
T-line,
here.
but never be short.
We
right.
can't be there. So,
Okay.
I mean, I
Play
think we're
for
just
back.
going there. So,
Or like
edge, edge.
All right, Lance Steiner. This may be perfect.
Do you like this?
Right here.
I kind of
But,
thought
like,
they'd throw it
we
on the center
cannot
line
miss here.
wide
I can
open.
tap it
That
out.
way, no matter
Here or here.
where the yellow rock goes, you've
I
got
think
the easy
let's just
run
aim
back
for
for a
back.
bunch.
So if you could throw this right beside the
I'd still like to know what the
the
perfect spot
red at the top of the 8-foot,
14-4.
1 inch open
on the
on the other side
right
of
on the center line.
Yeah, and there'd be nothing and nowhere to hide. And I'm really surprised at this because
On the 400.
This is a hard shot on the sweepers too. This one.
yeah, if you're a little light, set up a double.
Pretty good ad though.
T-line or better.
T-line, boys.
I like it right now.
Backside
now.
T. I don't. Yep, hard.
Line's great. It's close. 14-3. It's there.
Okay. Oh. Just fine,
That's
John.
just fine.
Just fine.
Yeah, but
Couldn't be light.
Fine, guys.
That's scary to not try to. Good.
So Wouter Gosgen's team Netherlands playing the wide in turn. They're going to draw, try to get it to the back of the 4-foot, dead buried. And this is a game. This is a gamer right here.
Het is gewoon vol back 4. Als we het nodig hebben, is buiten back 4 ook goed.
Ja,
Dan liggen we
best spot on the shoot. Only spot that's really good for him on the shoot is side by side.
dus back 4.
Don't see many other options for him, Kevin.
Ja, zeker.
Oh, there's no other nope. You need to make this shot. No question.
Deze volgens mij. Ja, deze voor ja. Let's go.
We'll get a time on this. Netherlands will be looking for 14-5-ish, maybe a little less, 14-4, 14-3.
Lean. Yep. Line's good.
Back 4. Ja,
Lean.
blijf.
Yep.
This one's curling early.
Hard line. Hard.
Oh, need to hold this. Has to get by. Has to get by.
This is gone.
Top 4.
This is on the front guard.
Well, 8th end. Many American curling fans will remember a magic 5-ender 3 years ago.
Ik dacht toen hij losliet dat het
Another opportunity here to guarantee a berth back to Beijing with another 5.
Yeah, I never wanted this.
If you
ever
want, we
that
can just
yellow.
throw this, John.
What?
Same shot.
Oh yeah, sure.
Throw the one we just threw. Why not?
You can give me a little less though. Well, yeah. No. Good.
go 5 again.
Yep.
Seems fitting that he could guarantee a spot in Beijing with a 5 in the 8th end.
Is there maybe a little message in there?
Easy.
Line's good.
That T-line right
It's
now.
great.
Well,
Line's good.
don't
Yeah,
miss the
backing on
house,
this line.
John.
Okay.
It'll wreck a good story.
Probably just to it.
Looks good.
13-9, you can go right off.
You guys go back and do it. But hang on, Rock.
Maybe.
Oh, guys. Come on.
Oh, went a
You
heavy.
said you had backing if we needed it.
We didn't think you needed it.
Only 4,
Okay.
I think, as they're looking around. It is 4.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
4 red. Okay.
Still enough, I believe, to take control of this one.
13-9.
What's that?
13-9.
9-4 ahead here after 8 ends of play. And one step closer
That was good.
Yeah.
to the playoffs.
But they probably would have shaken up.
It's all right.
And
Use
a
couple
berth
more throws to get
at
my
the next
confidence
Olympic
back.
Games in about 10 months.
All right, that's enough, guys.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
It is enough.
Thank you.
And
Good game.
Team USA
Good game, man.
guarantees a playoff spot here at this
Sorry about that.
2021 World Championship with a convincing win over the Netherlands. 9-4 after 8
No, I'm
ends.
saying in general, I just didn't. We thought it was T the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't for a second think that
way to
you were
get that
going to be
cue,
more
boys.
than back 4 foot.
Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Mom. Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. Hi, kids.
They were shaking.
What's the easiest shot for 4? Free draw for 5.
Easiest way to score 4. Open draw for 5.
It's the best way to get 4? No, I didn't.
I just said it to shoot Steve.
Just one. Good game. Well played.
That's great. Thank you.
Another final in the books. Switzerland 9-3 over Korea. Another 4-ender being the difference in that one. Switzerland stays at 5 losses. They still need some help to make the playoffs.
Släpper lite mjukt.
Jag tror, släpper den mjukt så tror jag den kommer. En vanlig clearing tror jag inte jättemycket.
We'll move over to the game on sheet C. Nicholas Sedin and his 2-time defending world champions are 2 up, playing in number 9 without last rock. Sedin and his foursome have already guaranteed themselves a playoff spot. What they're hoping for is to be able to move directly into the semifinals with a bye. As we see Joshua Suter playing second stones. Very young team, 21-year-old.
Linie super. T-Line hinten 4. Hat auch Platz. T-Line hinten 4. Okay, Kurt weg.
Sixten Totsik trying to find a way to knock off the veterans from Sweden.
Det känns som bästa resultatet är att sätta den så, rulla center.
Rasmus Rano playing the run back. Just such a weapon at second, throwing that rock so hard. Fantastic run back. Sweden would love to force Germany to score 1 here, take the hammer into end number 10 with a 1-point lead. It's been a tough week in the win-loss column for Germany, but they've played tough against so many of the top teams here this week.
Linie super. Hat auch Platz. Sehr schnell. Länge ist gut. Hin 8. Hin 8 Sixten.
Back 8 foot is the weight call.
Schau du Linie. Ja, Linie ist gut. Ist gut? Ja, Kurt sehr stark. Okay.
That stays. Well done. I think it may have come out open on the other side, however.
Kan ni spela fart så vi trycker ut den också, men det känns som frysen och får forcen är nästan mer värd. Ja, kan frys. Mycket isel då. Ser bra ut.
Actually is quite well buried. Freeze is the call for Oscar Eriksson.
Linjen känns bra. Rakt den. Kan vara lång. Ja, vi har inte ryggen så länge.
This looks not light.
Den är längre än deras då. Vad eka?
Jo, nu kommer den. Nu kommer den.
Needs to curl or stop or both. It does. Sweden lies 2.
Sixten.
Wenn wir den spielen wollen, den Split, dann jetzt.
Okay, ja, das spielen wir jetzt. Ist gut.
Okay.
Ja.
Backhack.
Ja.
Langsames Hack.
Darf ich so rumspielen?
Ja.
So wie Softpeal.
Talking about tapping Delay 2 here. They're actually going to go around the middle, I believe.
Easy hack.
Easy hack
Obwohl ich
for
finde jedes Hack schon gut.
Mark Muskatovic, the veteran of the team, 25 years old.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard, Jungs. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is over curling. May spin into the rings though. And hit the back one. No, squeezes by.
Oh ja, das gibt's ja nicht.
So that's a big miss as we look at the standings on the right side of our screen. RCF 10-2, Sweden 9-2, and you see USA getting the Q. They've made the playoffs. If Sweden can win this one, they defeated the United States in the round robin, and they would be guaranteed a spot in the semifinals. Scotland, Canada, Norway, and Switzerland all with 7 wins. Switzerland's got that 5th loss. Of course, the loser of the Canada-Norway game will also have 5 losses. Interestingly, Switzerland beat Canada. So very important that Canada gets by Norway in that matchup on sheet D. Team Sweden comfortable playing the guard now on this shot stone, line 2. Going to be hard to make that stone at the back 12-foot count now, Kev.
Yeah, not likely now. Yeah, pretty much. Almost have to come around to the top button, I would think. Right there. Not a lot of choice.
Was, wenn wir den hinten abspielen? Wo will er hin? Dann geht er hinten ins Paket, oder? Okay. Ja.
Okay. Linie ist nicht schlecht. Curl viel. Linie ist gut.
Linie ist sehr gut.
Saying the line's good, but Sweeper's saying back 8.
It's definitely got some pace.
Okay. Ist vorbei, ist vorbei.
Needs to stop in the back 4 is just fine though.
That is well buried and shot.
That's a really good shot.
Excellent.
Yeah, it is something to smile about, definitely. That's a good one.
Ganska lugnt. För det kommer ju mycket båge. Skulle säga att han passerade här någonstans. Jag ska ganska nära mitt i hålet, skulle jag säga. Liksom i slutresultat. Ja.
Cornern är ju lite... Cornern är ju lite i spel. Jag ska gå nästan en fot vidare än hans. Frysen är ju bra, men även topp 4.
13-9 på deras.
Liksom.
Important draw here for the Dean.
Ungefär samma som den 93 jag spelade.
Yeah, any miss here at all and you could open up 3-ender. Quite easily.
Linjen är bra. Bra linje. Kan hålla igång lite, Krippa. Håll igång. Okej. Bara fart. Var med, Krippa. Den är tight. Nej, linjen är lugn. Nej, det är lugnt, det är lugnt.
Sweeper's calling T-line. It's a good sign.
Line's
Lägg den emot.
beautiful.
Räcker där. Bra.
Absolutely perfect. That is lost. That is so far buried and right on the T-line.
14-4 hade jag.
Really well done. Big finish here on sheet C. Play the red on the right side there, Kevin?
I think so. That's almost the only thing you've got, I would say.
Can't really get two right now, any other way.
Oder die Auflage. Ich finde, der ist gut. Wenn du nämlich alle drei nimmst, dann kommt vielleicht der nachher ins Spiel.
Mark sees it, so we can get all three of the reds.
Ja, deswegen halt mit dem Shooter am besten so gut wie möglich liegen
You might be able to bring that
Die Frage
yellow
ist
that's
von
in
den
the
Winkeln,
12-foot
ob ein
into play,
schnelles
maybe,
Normal
with the,
ausreicht.
just a little bit of a
Wenn du
mistake.
hier ein Viertel hast, hier ein 2/3.
Du meinst, du willst so kommen?
Ja, hier 2/3 treffen. Ja. Und im Shooter so gut wie möglich liegen bleiben.
Normal.
Gutes Normal.
So?
Ja. Ja. Leicht außen.
Ja.
So, red right on the nose, and we're just a little high side, I guess.
Yeah, a little high side, and that'll get rid of all the reds, and it will leave a nose hit for Nicodine, likely. The shooter will probably roll out of the way.
Normal. Gutes Normal.
Wow, 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 nein, nein, nein. Wow. Wow, wow. Achtung, wow. Yoshi, Yoshi. Halt, halt. Halt, Yoshi.
Close. Oh, just buzzes by that stone on the top of the button. And really makes it almost impossible to play any type of double on the reds. With both yellows in behind. Once they kick that yellow back, so can't even really play a double and get either red out of play now. Dean plays a draw again, maybe?
I would say Nick will play something to the top button. Top four, right there.
Så länge jag drar bort den bakre där så har de aldrig mer än 2 i alla fall.
If you play that, then you got the angle raised, and that might be for 3.
På samma.
Off the wide yellow.
Wide yellow, yes.
Får vi en frys här så ser det riktigt svårt ut för honom. Samma is också. Ja.
Tyckte jag släppte den
As wild as that sounds, running that wide yellow in,
Samma fart borde vara bra.
you hate leaving someone an option. So run the yellow in, try to get rid of both reds that way.
Yes.
The one on the right-hand side.
And that yellow with just a light takeout would likely stick in the back 12 for 3. So they come around to the top button for Nick, and if you keep the angle good, they'll be almost very difficult to score.
Ja, exakt. Och så länge jag inte går ner och studsar, då kan det väl bli en trippel för någonting.
Linjen är lugn.
Ja, den är vidare i linjen.
Lite vidare. Okej.
Linjen är bra.
Linjen kommer nu. Bra linje. Lägg dit frysen. Full 4. Perfekt linje. Bra linje. Helt eran boys. Kan curla lite helst. Lite curl, lite curl. Nej, 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 nej.
That would be the angle that we were talking about. You couldn't walk it down any better than that.
Samma fart liksom. Ja. Och kanske till och med lite mindre framåt.
Was sehen hier einfach. Einer hinten, einstehen.
Fint, bra skött.
Wenn es geht. Aber mit der Corner Guard müsste es eigentlich gehen.
Ja, ja, der geht schon. Okay.
That's no fun, drawing the side of the button. I don't see anything else for Germany.
Kommt er quer. Ich hatte bei dir Mitte 12 und wir sind rechts.
Gut Rotation mit.
Ja, ja. Noch ein Tick mehr, Mucki.
Ja. T-Line.
Ja, haben leider nichts anderes.
Halb im Dolly ist gut.
T-line weight. The concern for Team Germany aren't the two on the button, believe it or not. It's actually that red guard well off the center line. They have to just miss that in order to have the proper line to get to the button. So final stone here for Sixten Totzek, 21-year-old skip. And looking for 14-2-ish.
This is such a hard shot to get the line right. Oh, and the weight.
Yep, you can't. Yep, hard
Take
linje.
courts. Take courts.
I want to see around low 14s. Well,
Sweeper's calling it light.
Hard.
looks like it
Hard, Jungs.
probably will overcurl
Yep,
also.
yep, yep. Niemals weg, niemals weg. Hard, 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 hard.
It is light, only by an inch, but that will be a big steal of 2 for Team Adine.
Congrats. Thank you.
Two-time defending champions. And mission accomplished for Sweden. That will move them into the semifinals.
Good luck. Good game. Good luck.
Nice.
Top 2 earning the bye in the first round of the playoffs.
Bra match, Charlie. Tackle.
So 3 of 6 spots now decided. And only 1 game left on the ice.
Du får en duo.
And there it is. Finally, Kevin Martin, you get over to Team Canada and see if we see the last stand and change. Big game here for both teams. Obviously, both at 7 and 4. Brendan Botcher looks like he's just shot here to lie a couple.
Right through the hole.
Yes. Clean.
Hard, hard.
Needs
clean,
to get through this
clean.
hole.
Yep.
Clean, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Roll it. Okay, that's good.
Good.
Really well done there.
Nice shot.
So best case scenario now for Norway
That's right, so we can't
is
chase.
to
Yeah.
Good.
Real nice, Brendan. Nice pair, bud.
score
Thanks.
1 and would have to steal 2 coming home.
It's hard to get in through this hole without it curling too far, this draw. I thought Wallstad may play the bump.
Of note, you see Darren Moulding, clean shaven. Got rid of that beard after Team Canada has been reeling here for a few draws. Maybe that's the key to victory, Kevin. A little more aerodynamic from your third. See third Torger Nergard. This team was 7 and 1 out of the gates, and this is to avoid a 4th straight loss. Losing this one, they'll drop all the way down to 7 and 5.
Lina gul. Lina gul. Lina gul.
Litt tight.
Lina bra. Litt tight.
That's really moving.
Need a piece of the forefoot.
Litt mye faktisk. Helt ned til Tilar.
Got to go right to the tee line. Get as much of the forefoot as possible. I think it's done.
Jeez, good draw.
That was very difficult. 9th end. Norway gets 1, but it'll be Canada heading home with the hammer, looking to give themselves a better opportunity to make the playoffs.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Linja fin. Spill, Magnus.
10th end underway here in this all-important game on Sheet D. Final game on the ice here in session 21. There's a look at Carrick Martin. Kevin, curling for only 14 years, so started a little late, 17. Got things going.
Started in high school.
Right.
Always big into hockey for as a younger person.
Straight, hard.
Trying the tick shot here. Now, Kevin, you and I were talking at the break, and I said before we went to our break after the 9th end that Canada would give themselves a better opportunity for the playoffs. But you've looked at all the permutation, combinations, any type of things going on here, and you believe this would guarantee Canada a playoff spot if they win this.
Oof, that's a lot of pressure on me, Mike.
Better you than me, but
Wow.
I figure you'd have it figured out with your son on the team. But
well,
as best as you can tell.
As best as I can tell.
Okay.
This is a big end.
I don't think they'll give them the cue on the board after we're done here, but it's looking like that would be enough. Interestingly, two teams, excuse me, Scotland plays Norway tomorrow. That could potentially send Norway down to 6 losses, obviously, and that would guarantee a spot. Switzerland plays China, another team with 5 losses. Switzerland has 5 losses, so.
Same way. It's close.
And then if the ties are unsolvable, it could go down to the draw to the button totals. And you're telling me they're ahead of Norway at this point. Canada is ahead of Norway.
Curl.
As best we can tell.
Great shot.
Exactly.
Attaboy, Carrick.
Best we can tell.
Good shooting, buddy.
Nice.
2 great tick shots there from Carrick Martin. There's another look at the standings board. So assuming Canada can pull this out, Norway will drop down to 5 losses. Scotland plays Norway. Tomorrow, Canada plays Germany tomorrow morning as well. So a lot to be decided yet. But this was a massive game for both of these teams. And we talked about this earlier in the week. You know, Canada's lost a couple of games to some of the teams at the top, but the one loss they had was to Korea, who was near the bottom of the standings. And sometimes those unexpected ones are the ones that kind of come back to bite you. You don't mind losing to Nicodine. You know, that'll happen quite a bit, but you need to beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
In championships, that's sort of what how you look at it. But everybody is so good now. That everybody in the whole field.
That's right. We said even said that team from the Netherlands has played tough. Team from China is kind of starting to come around. They took Brendan Bottcher to draw the button to beat China.
Oh, did chip one in.
It's all right.
Put it behind the guard. That's fine, Brad.
We've had a lot of those this week.
Heard Darren Moulding say we've had a lot of those this week. It has been a difficult week for Team Canada, with the odd bad break here and there. And certainly ticking that stone into the rings at that speed is quite difficult to do. Hoiberg looking for the come around.
This is really getting tight though.
Dank.
The peel might go into your shooter.
Oh. Okay, is there any way the peel goes into that now?
If you played the Brad's out turn and hit it 2/3 high, it does.
Let's try that.
I like this call. Anytime they're overlapped like that,
Would be deluxe.
Yeah.
There's
Team
barely
Norway
a
could get a
hole,
lot
so
of
you're
rocks in
almost
behind
hitting
it.
one or the other.
Let's make it.
2/3.
Yeah, the
Three-quarters.
situation wouldn't be much different from what they were just facing. And you heard Bottcher say, see if they can't get lucky on the one in the 4-foot.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa. Curl.
Girl.
There was a hole there. They said there wasn't much of a hole there, but there was enough for one.
Good throw.
Yes, there is a.
There wasn't, not much of one.
I said there's just a hole.
It's never easy to make the playoffs, is it? Just buzzed it through. Torgen Nergard,
Linje er bra.
the great
Stilen.
Norwegian
Stilen.
third, long-time third for Thomas Ulsrud.
Stilen. Har plass. Linje er bra, den. Linje er fin. Litt kort av tiden.
Played in the 2002 Olympics with Paul Trulsen as the alternate, and really hasn't missed one since. 5-time Olympian.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Looks a hair thinner than that, but third's close.
Pretty close, yeah.
Okay.
Let's make it.
They can make the double, it would really put this game away. The red to the one on the button.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
It's pretty close. It's very close.
Come on.
Good throw.
How can this happen?
We're really good at stuff.
Brendan looks like his own son here, but excuse me, Darren. He looks 10 years younger without that beard.
Bad luck.
Yeah, that's all.
Throw, Darren.
That was a good throw. Just jammed it.
Take it or not.
But a chance now to put rocks across the entire house. This has a lot of weight.
Skal splitte den? Yep. Yep.
Trying to hold it straight to get a contact with the other. Oh, doesn't quite do it.
Definitely an unforced error there from Norway. Torger will not be pleased with himself. Now things are simpler for Team Canada.
Because then it cuts
Just
off their side one, right? They can't draw
make a
behind
couple
the
rocks
side.
go away, and
Easy.
Yep.
they'll get the win here.
Yep. Hard.
You gotta
Gotta
go.
go. Hard, Brad.
Break it up, break it up.
Hard to it.
Hard.
Hard to it.
Dig, come on. Come on. Go, buddy.
It's a good scrub.
Nice
Good
try.
scrub, Brad.
Why so light?
Yeah, you'd think it would just be peel weight.
Just throw it 100 miles an hour.
We made it.
In good shape there. No need to stay. Making it exciting for us up here in the booth, Kevin.
Yes, that's
How was your
right.
brother? How was your blood pressure on that one?
A lot of weight on that wobble.
Oh, you had the speed wobble. There it was.
He draws, we knows.
He has to.
He has to do something.
Stefan Wallstad. Things started out so promising for this team. A couple of good wins early, including over two-time champ Niklas Edin. 7-1.
Eller Halstein over
Vi må
egen.
kølle, vi må kølle.
I said trying to avoid their fourth loss in a row.
Ja, ta den helt bak hit. Helt bak.
Ikke gjennom
Helt bak.
det.
Jo, jo, inn dobbelen. Det er like greit.
27 er best.
Ja, kjør da, kjør da, kjør da, kjør da, kjør da, kjør da, kjør da.
Not going to curl enough to get buried. I think, do you not hit the wide one here, Kevin? Looks like it's mostly open.
It's pretty open, right?
Yeah, it's almost wide open. Peel.
Okay.
Half rock?
Yeah.
We're looking for half, right?
Yep, thin half, half.
You're looking to touch it.
Half's fine.
Just make it go out of the house.
Double would be nice, but just hit it. Brendan Botcher, former world junior champion.
Hard! You gotta go!
Keep going.
No trouble there. Will it get out and seal the victory? It does. And a much needed win for Team Botcher over a very tough team from Norway. And Team Canada will get that important 8th win. And in a long couple of days for Stefan Wallstad and his Norwegian champions. Sigh of relief all around.
Good game.
Okay, guys, good job.
In our feature game, it was United States with a big 4-ender to put things away against the Netherlands. 9-4 victors, securing their berth into the playoffs. Wonderful performance by the American champions. Highlights from the second half after Team Netherlands played very tough. Here in end number 5, this is John Schuster's last after a missed double attempt
14-2. It's heavy clean all the way in.
from the Netherlands that led to John Schuster scoring 2 at the break, put him up 5-3. As we get into end number 7, this was a heck of a shot here from Netherlands fourth rock thrower Wouter Gozgens, playing a little billiards shot here. Wiki-tiki tap for 1.
That was called. Like
that was a called shot. Terrific. And put him 1 down without playing end number 8. But just too much in play here for Team USA. Last draw attempt for Netherlands comes up light, and this was a draw for 5 to secure USA's berth in the playoffs, and the sweepers thought it was fine. Kind of snuck downhill there at the end, but 4 was enough. And that put the game away. And John Schuster and his defending Olympic champions not only made the playoffs, but also guaranteed them a spot in Beijing with a chance to defend their gold medal. Around the rings, it was Switzerland 9-3 over Korea, keeping their playoff hopes alive at 5 losses. Sweden secures a berth into the semifinals, winning 8-4 over Germany, and Canada with that all-important win. Both teams 7-4 coming in, and they handle Norway 6-4. Here are the updated standings. So you see the top 3 teams already with the magic Q. That gets them into the playoffs. Canada not with the Q, despite what Kevin was saying about them being guaranteed a berth. They still have a battle on their hands. It's Scotland taking on Norway in an important game tomorrow morning. So 5 losses is the max you can possibly have to qualify, and a lot to be decided yet in the last 2 draws. Kevin had a word with John Schuster.
Well, John, congratulations. That was a real important win, and I've got to ask you, I guess how you feel you've secured a spot in the next Olympics for the U.S. men.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for us, we're here trying to win a world championship, and making the playoffs and putting ourselves in a position to do that also had a doubled as qualifying our country for the Olympics. So obviously we carry that flag with a lot of pride, and yeah, we're happy to be moving on to the playoffs.
So now let's talk about that a little bit. Your thoughts on your team's performance and how they're playing right now as a group going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think, we played a really, really sharp game earlier today. And tonight, the ice got a little bit softer, I felt. So, we were kind of losing rocks a little bit, and we had a little bit more of a struggle tonight. But as far as we did a great job with draw weight and placing rocks on draws. We were just having a little bit of issue. With some of those softer hits, but I thought we turned it around for those last couple ends, and we played pretty steady all week, and I like our chances once we get to the playoffs.
You know what? I just want to talk a little bit about the front end, because in the last few games, really been watching both Landsteiner and Hamilton, and you're saying about the winning the battle of the angles, and it seems to me your front end are setting your Chris and yourself up very nicely.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. Those guys, I mean, we didn't win an Olympic gold by accident. So I'd take those 2 guys against any front end in the world anytime. And I'm obviously love having them as my teammates because they do a great job with that.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on making it to the playoffs, and good luck going forward.
Thank you so much.
Great final evening draw here at the Men's World Championships. BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's will be back tomorrow morning. 2 more draws to be decided in the round robin. look forward to bringing you those and finalize those last couple of playoff spots. Good night from Calgary.
Heel on the nose. Go, go.
Yeah, wow.
Right, Pierre?
Yep, whatever. Okay,
Okay.
guys.
Good luck.
Hi, everybody.
No. Sorry about that.
Right.
Not a great one.
Well, no, it was a 13-9. It should have stopped.